And we're up.
What a pain in the ass he is. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I do.
And I don't want to hear anything. Just a pain in the ass, okay?
Right.
Suzanne, up here yet? I'm starting.
Joe and George.
Hey, Tom, how are you? How are you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well, not really, but I gotta say that.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a towel here.
You can sit here.
Where you go? I'm gonna be right here. One of these are off the little chicks. Guys, could we try something here, Joe? If we answer any questions at all that has to do with finance or anything, just be a person. Okay. This is different than Colorado and Company. This is where you're here.
Jordan, let me give you a little bit of chair here.
We'll talk.
And then you'll have headphones next to Dan.
We'll
See
talk.
buttons and stuff.
Oh,
Hi, Joe. How's it going?
Did you get to see it? Yep.
I did.
George? So right there's your button there, just like everything else is up.
Okay, so just
You know, the
answer.
drill here,
Testing
got
one.
water.
Thank you very much.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. If you,
No,
is there a
this
way
is
to
it.
test this?
We're on.
One more. Oh, cool.
Is there a way to test this at all? I'm not getting any people. I'm not plugged in. That's why I'm not plugged in. He's not talking to me. I'm thinking, what a rude son of a bitch.
Brutus?
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in audition, right?
Better?
Is this the level? I mean, should I have it closer? Was I really on the air? Sorry. Okay, here I am. Bad, good, indifferent. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
I gotta run downstairs and do a call real quick, then I'll be right back up. That sounds good. I got enough
Smartest thing we'll ever do.
What's that? I need a dry erase.
They're so handy.
Can you have her bring a dry erase? A black dry erase, a newer one if she can find one, Suzanne. And an eraser. An eraser from our board and a black dry erase. Suzanne, you do hear me, right? Okay, a black dry erase. Try to find a newer one in the drawer if she can, and an eraser.
I'll run downstairs and get it.
Am I speaking a foreign language? Is that difficult? What the fuck am I saying is so difficult?
You want me to run downstairs?
Of course not.
Oh,
Daphne's
I just-
down there. I said.
Oh, you want Daphne to get
Why
it?
would I ever ask you to? I would never ask
I
you to.
didn't hear that part. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
heard black dry erase. So I was like, you want me to
nearly
do that?
new or an eraser. Yeah, but I'd never ask you to go downstairs.
Okay, no.
Okay,
I'll
good.
have to grab that. No, thanks.
So guys, life good?
Great.
You bet. Life is good.
Picking up here, great still, and what's after?
I like hearing that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to snag these. Come here. Let you be a thief. Oh, no, this belongs to somebody else. There's a name on them.
I have my own.
Oh, no.
Those are normally here. I bring my own.
Oh, you put these over here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you put them there, just so I remember?
Okay.
And how about these? Did you put these here?
No, those have been there forever.
Okay, I think that we had an extra pair, and this is what I call poetic justice.
Where do you want to put them? Up here, someplace better?
No, I don't want to put them anywhere. We want to keep them there.
Oh, okay.
I always want them there. Or do you plug them in at the end? Do you remember?
I usually put them back.
Okay, good. Then I don't care where we put them. Suzanne.
Yeah.
If we need extra headsets, these are good to keep.
Oh, those, I didn't think those worked.
We
We would plug them in.
Huh?
I
Why are
didn't
we
think they
keeping
worked when we plugged
I
them
think
in.
we're
Okay.
up here.
But
I
why
think
we
we're up.
keep them, they're not mine to throw away.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
Okay, fine. I think there are two. Okay.
Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please?
Hi,
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You can get right through. Love it, love it, love it. What's going on? Love helping people. All you have to do to get help is call. We've been doing this for 40 years, and I'm so happy that you're part of it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, you know how the show works. We never have a single topic, but we feature guests almost every day from time to time, and common men. And today we'll talk about wealth and investing and anything you want to talk about, okay? All you have to do is call us. Now, we did take, and I also want to say that this hour is brought to you by Art of Granite. Art of Granite, Mitch Floria, artofgranite.net is the website. I can't say enough about how they do business. If you want a price on the phone, you can get one at Art of Granite. All you have to do is call him, have some measurements and a photo. He'll give you the information. He's a natural stone importer, so you can do granite, quartz, or any other stone. He always sells the material for wholesale. The cabinets are a small markup from the manufacturer, and you can do cabinets direct from the manufacturer with a small markup, I said, in sinks and custom edges. Remember, prices on the phone, 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. All right, let's continue. Jane, we had a phone call from Jane. She runs a breeding operation for high-end German Shepherds for police work and rescue work and mission work and service dog work. And she had, all at once, 32 puppies die. And we saw some video where they discovered mold in dog food, and then they opened up a bag on camera and saw mold inside. Now, the manufacturer of that dog food, Jane, was who?
The manufacturer is Cargill. The dog food is... And
Cargill, what I don't understand is how, without even, it didn't look like they tested, but they immediately had a response saying, we're not responsible for any of this. I mean, see, this is what I don't understand. How do you do that right from the beginning? You know, we're not responsible.
I don't know. Maybe they thought we'd go away. Or let it go. I really don't know why they're responding like that. I mean,
what I don't understand is it seems odd that they would say, well, I don't remember the exact wording, but they said it's not connected in any way to the deaths of the puppies. And well, how do you know? I mean, how would anyone know? You wouldn't know they are connected, and how would they know they're not connected? So I don't understand their direct denial. But since then, we have been insisting that something be done, at least for some kind of investigation. So what's going on now?
Well, the update is, thanks to you guys contacting FDA, the FDA has now filing a formal complaint to Cargill. And so they're putting that together at this time.
All right. So they are having a full formal investigation, as we understand it. What will take place? Does anyone have the dog? Do you still have the dog food?
We have one. Yes, we have one bag.
And are they going to take that bag? What I'm wanting to know is, what does the investigation mean? Are they going to go to Cargill where the manufacturing is? Because the problem that happened could have been isolated.
Well, the inspectors, when they came out, said it was isolated to that plant, because they knew exactly, for the way the dog food bags were sealed, they knew exactly what plant they came from. And they said it's the only plant that...
Well, I understand, but investigating the plant now isn't going to do much good. I mean, it could be isolated and all cleaned up by now is what I'm saying. So I don't understand. They
didn't even stock the dog food until, I don't know, maybe just last month, and this happened, we noticed it last September, and they pulled their dog food from the shelves.
They did?
Yes. They just now started stocking it just a few weeks ago.
What do you mean stocking it? Oh,
they started putting it back in the store.
Oh, so they did remove it. So I guess I should say that they did at least react. I was thinking they didn't react at all, but they did.
Yes, they removed all their product from the shelves for...
What do you want? by the way? What do you want?
I would like that we just be made whole for what it has cost us. You know, you're looking for damages, bottom line. Yes, and you know that it's not still happening, so it doesn't happen to somebody else. Of course. Of course. Well, okay, so the new information is that the FDA is going to investigate. Will you please keep us informed each step of the way? And anyone else, if anyone, and the FDA is asking this too, is if anyone has had a situation where dogs have died or gotten sick and you have Cargill dog food, give us a call or email us. You can call 303-MARTINO 24/7, or you can email us live@troubleshooter.com. We're not going on a witch hunt for Cargill. Okay, I imagine their puppy food is fine. This can happen, if it did happen, in a manufacturing process. Again, they did react, though. They did pull their product from the shelves. They did their own internal investigation. They determined that they're not responsible and that it didn't happen there or something. But in any case, what we're doing right now is we're going to keep an eye on this. If you hear about this from any neighbors or friends of sick puppies or anything, please let us know, even if you're not directly involved. John, you had a problem with kitchen cabinets, wholesale kitchen cabinets, and you have an update. First of all, recap, what was the problem? And I want people to know we do follow things along. What was the problem?
Well, I had worked with wholesale kitchen cabinets before. I had placed orders for 2 previous kitchens with them, and they had come through just fine. A little slow in the delivery, but, you know, a few days, something I could work with. Back then in March, I ordered the 3rd order for kitchen cabinets and just kept getting delays. And then for a long time, Nelson, the guy I was working with, just went quiet. I mean, there would be weeks where I wouldn't hear from him. So then last Friday, I got this message, by the way, which I forwarded to you guys. And basically, the person that's writing the order, and again, So where does this stand right now? How much money do you have invested? $3,219.
Who worked with you on this one? Which
I've been
deputies?
working on it, Tom.
And what's going on with it, Suzanne?
So it's a couple of different things. First off, I guess Nelson has emailed John to give him a few options. Let's see if the cabinets come in, or I can give you a refund, but I can't get a refund.
Why not just take the money?
Here's why. He says, I can't give you the refund until I dispute it on my card and get my refund.
Well, that's tough. No, that's not the way it should go. You're telling me that wholesale kitchen cabinets say, we're gonna refute it or dispute it before you can get your money? No. John, did you put it on credit card?
Unfortunately, no. I dealt with them before.
All right. I think you should get a refund from this guy. How long has it been total?
Let me see. The initial order was dated March 2nd.
But I'm concerned, Tom, because after his call last week, or the week before, I spoke with the gentleman who was starting to partner with this Nelson, and said,
are they going out of business?
Oh, he says there's so many victims out there. He says John's is small potatoes compared to some of the other victims out there.
Here's what we have to do, Suzanne, and you may want to hand it off to someone to work with you because you're tied up with the show. We need to go to where wholesale kitchen cabinets said they ordered. They said they ordered.
That's a good idea.
Because if he says, well, I want to dispute it on my credit card, I want to say to him, okay, fine. Who did you buy them from? I'll bet you he won't tell us.
I bet you he won't.
So hold on. That's our next step. Let's find out where he ordered those cabinets, and let's try to verify it. And we'll get someone to help you, Suzanne, on that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Become thebanker.org. By the way, for those listening online, I do have a whiteboard that I'm going to be using. I want to take advantage of our multimedia. So I have a roving headset, I have a whiteboard, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. And for those with the benefit of a smartphone that can go online, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, if you go to referralist.com, you can hit the Watch Live button. You can also hear us on the iHeartRadio app nationwide. And there are a number of places you can download the podcast. And they can also download the videos. And we will have visual aids when we can. Of course, we're also going to explain it for our radio audience. But what we're trying to do is step into this century with some really good stuff for you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Become the banker is just what it sounds like. It's more than just investing. It's a way of saving as well. But then it's a way of loaning money out to yourself to use for your own things instead of a credit card. And you pay yourself back. And when you pay yourself back, the idea is to pay artificially high interest back to yourself, and that shelters that money too. Joe Chiano is really the father of this in this area. It was going on for a while, but he was one of the early adopters. And these are not ordinary life insurance policies. Ordinary life insurance policies, it's just different. But let's just talk about that. Joe, very quickly. I don't want to get into minute details, but something anyone on the couch would understand or driving in their car. What's the difference between conventional whole life that people sell? And then this. What's the difference between your life policies that you market? What is the difference?
There's a lot of difference, Tom.
Like what?
You know, the way that we design the policies.
Like what?
Okay, if you go to any company and you want to buy a whole life policy,
just a whole life policy
for a certain premium,
right,
they're going to give you a huge death benefit and no cash value for many years.
Because that's the way they make the most money.
That's what the agent makes commissions from the death benefit, and the company makes their expenses from the death benefit. So they're going to give you a huge death benefit.
And and it's expensive insurance.
Absolutely.
But do normal whole life policies gain value, cash value?
Eventually, but very slowly.
Why does this one do cash value faster? Because that's what I think people don't like. They say, Tom, why are you pushing this thing? Whole life is not an investment. But why does your whole life, what do you call it, universal? What do you call it?
That's a whole life policy.
But what name do you give it?
The way that we, it's a whole life policy.
Right, but why is it different? We got to give it a name to make it different.
Okay.
Investment grade?
It's an investment grade policy because we actually designed the policy with a smaller death benefit,
right,
and a huge cash value that people can
just
use
the opposite.
From day one.
Because the important thing is not the death benefit.
Not for this purpose right here. And you know, Tom,
right,
the other companies, they sell actually company-driven policies. The company will make the profit.
Right.
Our policy designed is actually a consumer-driven
But what
policy.
I need to know, what it invests in, is it different than what other whole life policies invest in?
No.
Okay,
no,
that's not the
same.
part. It's just the way you design it for the consumer.
That is it.
All right, got it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Natalie wants to talk about a problem with her grandson. Patrick is our failure to launch kid. Well, he is launching now with our help and advice. It's kind of a project we took on. We'll get an update from him coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Plumbline Services for your plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And don't forget right now, they have 93 are free with drains. I stress that because this is going to be the drain season when people start getting backups and rain starts coming. But remember, if you have a slow or sluggish drain, they can clear it for 93, or the call is absolutely free. But here's the good part. With that free call, you will get complete diagnostic of your drain, even a video if you need it, or a camera to tell you exactly what's wrong with it, where it's wrong. But in most cases, they can get it done for 93, and then the rest is up to you. That's plumblineservices.com, 303-586-1086 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains.
There was so much rustling.
The headsets all went out.
Yeah.
All at once.
All of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep us in
By the way, did you determine if that works?
Yeah.
That went all
Right.
Because if they don't work, we'll get rid of it.
But you know, there,
Hey, Tom,
a dead outlet.
we have a new slogan.
Yeah.
I want you to use my bank, the actual, my loan, my way. I know you did.
I love that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I know, excuse me, Carl. My bank, my money, my.
It's an actual puppy.
My
It's
bank,
my loan, but I like my bank, my loan.
No, my money, my money. My bank, my money, my way.
This headset we were trying was dead.
I know.
So it the plug was.
What about this one here? Well, you guys, so yours is.
Mine works. Yeah, mine works.
Oh,
It's
it's
working
working
now.
now.
Yeah, okay. And mine quit working right after yours. And I was like,
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Tom's upset because we're jumping all over the place, but we can't work without headsets. Of course, he didn't know what was going on. But this headset is fucking dead. I need to
Really?
get out of here. Yeah, it does not work.
You sure it's a headset? Here, bring it here, let me try it.
Plugged into mine. Well, I don't know. We have a lot of other stuff, but no, this is.
So this is one from there, this is theirs?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hear that. That's what? I can do what he's saying. You're excited.
I can plug this in
Get
here.
into the consumer point. Sell the product.
But it is the headset. Yours works.
Mine works.
So is that headset working?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I'll
Okay.
give it to Bruce. To the Bruce.
We got to give it to the people that we took the good one.
And I am completely caught up if anybody needs help.
But I
Oh,
need to know what the problem everything is.
I got a few.
We should talk about it, like, whatever they are. Do you have anything to report?
These are
all bad stuff.
consumers that.
Like, like you mean people not getting through to you?
No, this bumper thing is a nationwide fraud.
What bumper thing?
They go to swap meets and pick up people's bumpers to re-chrome them.
Well, we got to warn people then. Let's do
Yes,
that.
that needs to be more because I contacted the Chamber of Commerce in Azusa, California, and the police department went by there for me. There's no such place.
You mean it's an absolute scam?
Absolute scam.
Are you sure that? Wow.
Place doesn't exist. I got
Holy
it.
crap, that is.
715 North Miller Avenue. There's a whole bunch of stuff now starting to pop up online about this place. The lady who subleased her car.
Okay. Oh, good on that one. That's bad too, though, right?
Yep,
We have
yep,
all bad.
yep,
That's
find it.
terrible. I want good stuff. Do it again.
That went really good.
Oh, the one in Colorado Springs.
We're going to talk about it after the show. You, Mike, and I got to have a conversation on what we want to do. All right, I want to see how these work.
New stuff all the time. Amazon?
Oh, Amazon rocks, man. Amazon is the best.
Yeah.
The best. Now, if they would just start taking Bitcoin, it would be over and done with. It might someday, right? Bitcoin, Dan and I agree on one thing. Bitcoin is the best. The best.
Why? Because you're making money on it?
He's got a pocket full. Show me your pocket full of Bitcoin.
Yeah. He didn't believe there actually is a real Bitcoin, and I
It's
pulled
not.
it up. You saw
I
it.
got several lunches over that.
Okay, I wonder whose headset's going to be better.
You're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established.
Did you guys play that thing yet? I didn't miss that, did I? Did you play the recording?
No, not yet. Wait for you.
Recording. Oh, the guy,
Guy that,
Tom City guy? Well, this is usually,
what's his first name? Or what's his last name?
Did you get all the markers and stuff you needed?
Yes.
Okay.
I love this stuff. I'm going to hide it, though.
Mr. Tate? This is Mr. Tate.
Hey, do we have a camera on this? Dano?
Yeah. Let's see how it is. Yeah, that's perfect. Can you see it?
Should I have a little brighter?
Well, why don't you come and look and see where it's at? Yeah, I can move the camera around.
Oh,
I got a headset on.
man.
I have no idea how
Hold
it's
on,
going to work.
let's have a little light. How about this
High-tech
one?
here. I
If
love
I
it.
can do this, oh, this would be great. If I could do this,
I bet it sounds better than Tom's.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
what's that, sir? What?
No!
What?
I'm dying to know how my headset sounds. You're up.
Oh, you have. Oh, hold on. Why don't. Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, let's hear Mark's headset to give that a roar.
I am here. Can you hear
What do you think, quality-wise? No, huh? I hear it. It sounds like crap.
Does it really?
Isn't
No, it
it
really-
the same as yours?
No, not at all. This is no, not at all. That one is like. It was a good try because
No good.
No, it really does sound different than mine, tinny, doesn't it?
Mark, talk. I don't think it sounds that much.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you?
I think it sounds okay.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, let's find out, though. Keep it on for a while. We're trying to, get it so we can roam around the studio. Patrick is our failure to lunch kid. Hold on a second, because I forgot to tell you about Absolute Radon Safety, because I just got an email, and finally this happened, that I knew it would happen. I knew it. If I sent people to Absolute Radon Safety, I knew it. I knew it would hurt someone. And it did. It hurt the seller, who had to lower the price a little because they're going to do a radon abatement. But here's the good news. It didn't kill the deal because it's only $899. Absolute Radon Safety is absolute peace of mind. If you want to test for radon, it starts at about $20. And if you have to mitigate, in most cases, it's just $899. They put a price on it so it doesn't kill a deal. 303-880-0682. Good people, certified by the National Radon Proficiency Program. It's 303-880-0682. When radon is a scare, don't let it scare you. Go to my referral list, Absolute Radon Safety. Now let's talk to Patrick. And Patrick, we helped you from the beginning. We're trying to help you. Really, we're just giving you some advice and a little kick, and we helped you here and there. And you were thinking about buying a car. We got you out of a bad car deal. You got a job. You're thinking about another job. Where do you stand today, Patrick? Thank you for the update.
Oh, I haven't been able to get a hold of you in the last week. I was actually giving you an update. Doing good. Job's doing good.
You're still at the same job?
Yes.
Good. I want you to get some stability. What else is happening?
Unfortunately, I also got some bad news.
What?
So 2 days ago, I think I did something at work, and I let my boss know today, and he's like, yeah, no, without that incident, what caused it?
Wait.
I didn't really do anything.
Something happened at work. What happened at work?
Something in my knee started hurting after I did a planogram.
A whatagram?
Planogram, it's rearranging product on a shelf.
Okay, so you were rearranging product on the shelf and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And you did not tell your boss?
No, I told my boss today. He wasn't in the last 2 days.
And what did he say?
He's like, without an exact incident, what caused it, an exact time, there's nothing I can do.
In other words, he can't put in a workers' comp thing.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
It's the point where I can't put weight on my right leg.
How did you hurt it stocking shelves?
I was actually up and down ladders doing engine mounts.
He's in an auto parts store. What do you think, Mark? Is he trying to get workers' comp?
Well, it sounds like he's trying to get workman's comp.
Come on, but it doesn't sound like it's a scam.
I don't know. All I know is if he makes it to the 30th there, I'm going to give him $200, and I'm starting to think I'm keeping 200.
Listen, Patrick, that's not true about workers' comp, by the way. You don't have to have the exact. If you say Friday I was stocking shelves, that's close enough. I mean, what does he mean, the exact date and time? But here's the problem. I wonder if this guy's thinking you're trying to scam him. You just want to go to a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Is it swollen?
It's not swollen. It just feels like I have a sharp stabbing pain in the back of my knee.
Have you gotten injured ever before at work?
Long ago, but that was my left ankle.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing. If he pushes this thing, although you're not supposed to be fired for workers' comp stuff, what does he do? What would you do, Mark? What would you do? What would you do?
I'm at a loss. I mean, what do you mean, what would I do?
What would you do?
I wouldn't be in the circumstance.
What would you tell him to do? Tough through it? Listen.
I don't know what to tell him.
Okay. You are indigent. First of all, you should be on Medicaid. Did you know that? Or do you have Medicaid?
I am on Medicaid, yes.
Then go to a doctor. You're not even paying for it. Go to a doctor and find out what's wrong. Just get it done. You don't need workers' comp. Go to a doctor. If you have to take time off, at least tell them why. But get a doctor's note. But seriously, if you're on Medicaid, good news. That's one thing that I liked about Obamacare. People, now I don't like the idea of these subsidies on the penalties and certain things. But man, to open up the Medicaid program for those in need, fine. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Linda has a life insurance policy that was canceled. Let's talk, Linda. By the way, one of our guests is Joe Chiano, and he's here to talk about life insurance, but not in the sense of you know, regular life insurance and investment grade, but he knows a lot about the industry. He's been in it for years. What happened, Linda?
Well, back in '87, my husband died.
Oh,
and somebody talked me into going with the CPA who put money into life insurance policy. And at the time, I was bipolar. I didn't know it. And
so Linda, you put in money. How much back when? How much and when?
I guess it was $10,000.
And how long ago was it, Linda?
In '87.
Okay, so in '87, 10 grand. And what happened? I mean,
right.
It was for life insurance. Was it a single pay, single premium?
You know, I don't know.
What was the name of the life insurance company?
Northwestern Mutual.
Well, that's a good company. I mean, you know, so.
Well, yeah, but.
You know what I think the guy did? He did a single payment. Big. Did you get life insurance from your husband?
Yeah.
That's why. He knew you had money, and I think this creep just tried to get you, just to pop you for a commission.
Well, the thing is, I never made payments, and the guy told me.
Well,
that
a lot of times it'll self-sustain for a while with enough money.
Yeah,
but what happened?
Right.
He said you weren't ever going to have to make payments, right?
Right. He said the interest was covering the dividend.
Right. And Joe, a lot of times those single payments, they do work, and they go for a long time before they extinguish. How long do you think a 10 grand could go? How much was the life benefit?
So, Linda, how old are you?
66.
Okay, so in '87,
that would have been
30 years, right?
30 years. So, you know.
So she would have been in her 30s, and how much was the death benefit?
I don't know.
You don't have any idea what you bought. Was it a 10,000 policy, 100,000, a million? Do you have
No, I don't know.
Because you're bipolar and you weren't paying attention. Are you on medication now, by the way? Are you?
I am.
So you have it under control.
Right. But my problem is now, instead of them charging me making me pay taxes on it all these years.
What taxes?
Now they've. Well, apparently there's taxes. They sent me a 1099.
Explain that.
See,
hold on, I want to hear it.
A single premium life insurance policy is what they call a MEC, a modified endowment contract.
Right.
And that is fully taxable, just like a 401k or an IRA.
It's only taxable if you buy too much life insurance for you.
No, you're going to pay taxes on the gain.
It's always taxable.
Always on the gain. A single payment is always taxed.
Is that why you do over 2 years? You don't ever do a single payment.
We never do a single pay. We have a 2-year.
You do it to make it tax-free.
We believe in tax-free money.
Okay, so by her putting 10 grand in, all of the money it gained over the years, even if it was reinvested to pay for life insurance, she gets taxed on it.
Absolutely right. So that's what she's getting at 1099.
And how much is this the first 1099 you've ever gotten?
Yeah.
And how much is it for? How much income?
Well, the life insurance that I just lost was valued at $57,000, and now that I've lost it, because now the interest
I don't understand.
Doesn't cover the dividends.
You got a 1099. You got a 1099 for how much though?
$47,000.
Okay, right, because they're saying that your 10,000 grew to 57, which 47 of it was taxable. So now you're going to have to pay taxes on your tax rate. And ignorance is not going to help you, okay? It's not going to help you, Linda. Hold on, because we do have a lot to talk about when it comes to this. Bright Light Chiropractic is a bright light in my life. And I'm so happy I found him. If you're looking for just great chiropractic, but with a twist, because, no pun intended. Anyway, he has a torque release technique. He's one of 14 in the world that's a fellow in this technique, and he's studied it for a very long time. And they do manipulation to relieve nerve pressure. They believe that nerve pressure and nerve impingement causes misalignment. Then the misalignment further impinges nerves, which further causes more misalignments. And it's a terrible cycle that he breaks by these targeted adjustments with special instruments. It's not jarring. It's wonderful. And what he does is ends the cycle of pain and ends the cycle of these misalignments causing nerve problems. Dr. Mike Hederscheit. You will love this guy. He's at County Line Road, and it's the Promenade Shopping Center. It's 2670. It's University and County Line. Give them a call or go to the website and see what it's like to have a family chiropractor again. Someone who has, by the way, the scanning equipment and digital x-rays, very low radiation on site, and a complete workup for an initial patient is only $50. Adjustments are only $50 after that. And if you buy a package of 10 or more, they're only $35, and veterans are always $30. The whole entire experience is wonderful, and you can be pain-free. 720-583-4506. 720-583-4506. Remember this website, brightenyourfamily.com.
You know what? Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
You know what? If she got a 1099 for $47,000, that means that the policy gained $47,000.
She made a lot of money.
She made a lot of money. But the problem is, what did they cancel? You see, why did they cancel the policy? You see, that's the reason why she's being.
Why did they cancel?
Yeah, why did they cancel?
Wait a minute. If they didn't cancel, she wouldn't have been back.
Well, if she takes money out of the policy,
can she roll it over into your product?
I need to understand. The money that was reinvested, is that taxable? Yes, it's a gain.
As long as she doesn't take any money out of the policy.
It's not taxable.
It's not taxable.
Only when she uses it. But she didn't take any money.
Well, that's what I'm going to. But you know what? They canceled her policy, so that became taxable.
I understand that, so I have to make that clear because I did not understand that. I'll make that clear. Thank you. That's really useful. I got to make sure I understand this before I start doing advice.
If she didn't take a loan out,
right,
and she never got any money from the policy as a loan or as a withdrawal
Or cancellation.
or cancellation, that's the only way that she could have been taxed because they canceled the policy. And I want to find out why they canceled her policy.
Yeah, because if it was a single premium, you should never have paid on it. She should have never had to pay premiums on it ever again. She should have just done one-time premium. Maybe it's like a UL.
No,
Maybe you did like universal life.
Yeah, but I mean, if they had plenty cash.
I know,
47,000.
I'm just saying, I wonder why the premium.
That'd be pretty good if we gained that much and she had the life insurance.
For 30 years, yeah, you know.
Of course, it's 30 years.
Yeah,
right. Well, 30 years, let's say.
Where's the 47?
It should double every 7 years.
She probably got the 47,000.
Yeah. Double every 7 years.
See, when they canceled the policy, they used that's when she got taxed.
Plus, she had life
Remember that part coverage, yeah. So.
Huh?
She doesn't remember that part?
No, she doesn't even know the death benefit.
What she needs to do is she needs to call Northwestern Mutual.
I wonder if someone else took the money.
I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans. They have the rate guarantee. If rates go down, they will refinance you free. Charge 303-867-7000. Check out their pre-approval. It's like a cash offer. Already approved. Not pre-qualified. Approved. All you need is the approval. 303-867-7000.
So there's money there, so she would have money to pay the taxes, but where's that money?
Hey, Frank!
Frank
There you go, brother.
I was never in here when you
God bless you. Yeah, I'm sorry. You had like little white out on that, didn't you? On purpose, wasn't it? Oh, good. I scraped it off. I got thinking you probably had that on
I
purpose.
just need an extra one because from time to time I have to give it to somebody. No, I don't have it.
I was going to take that. I took it off this and I got thinking, oh, you probably put it on there for a reason.
This is good though. I want to.
I never see you. I'm never in here.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Great.
Thanks for that call, Frank.
See you guys. God bless everybody.
See you,
Frank. Have a good day.
Okay, well, man, thank you for stopping in and saying hi, brother.
You got it, buddy. I was going to do it Friday, and I finished working at 4 in the morning. So
Frank, I don't know how you do it.
We'll see you, friends.
I don't know how you do it.
I'm thanking
You
you
work your butt off.
He does.
for your service and want to see that you receive the greatest savings when it comes to owning a home on the land you want to defend. When using your VA benefits, there's no down payment and no mortgage interest required, and you'll receive
What's that?
the lowest
My bank,
rates in the industry.
my money,
Or
my
in a
way.
mortgage, it's no problem.
That's a great slogan.
Any existing
Sums
mortgage
everything
or
up.
My bank,
while receiving access to
my
100%
money,
of your home's
my way.
value. that's greater than any other loan program can offer. And even though it's called a VA loan, it's available to active duty military.
Well, that's your slogan.
As well.
That's my.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sloan update today.
You wouldn't say my bank, my insurance, my way? You don't
Well, you
get
see,
insurance out of it.
my bank, you said you come to the banker, it's just like a bank, right? That's the idea. My money and my way, that means that I make my own terms when I pay back my loan. My bank, my money, my way.
Something better than posting your job online and just praying for the right people to see it. ZipRecruiter revolutionized hiring. Their technology.
You know, one thing that I haven't seen lately, have you been pushing people to the website that you created a video for?
Not that one. I've been
go to
going
that one. You should do that one because see, we have a landing page.
No, I know.
With your video there.
But can they sign up for a seminar?
Yes.
Okay, see, that's becomethebanker.info. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Banker.info. You see, then they can see the video that you did, which is phenomenal, and go from there.
Very powerful.
So, Mark, I really have been doing some work on Troubleshooter Network that will be, that people will link to, because I want that to have real information on it. And I did some pretty cool stuff integrating social media in it. In other words, everything is centralized there. It's pretty cool.
Need a new roof? Get the best.
So, I left my gas cap on and went flying. I know, I don't want to talk all out. And I'm flying along, and all of a sudden,
You see the gas?
no,
Wow.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Joseph A. Lazzara is an attorney I hope you never need. He's a criminal defense attorney. Look, I don't need to say it, okay? It's stressful if you're accused of a crime. If you get a DUI, it's just plain stupid because it's so easy to prevent. Just don't do it. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but it's not like you're forced to do it. You have Uber, you have Lyft, you have designated drivers. If you tried to calculate, a lot of soccer moms, sorry, but it happens, they try to calculate. I'm just going to have 2 glasses of wine. Here's the deal. Joe Lazzara, if you made a mistake, or if you just call him. He's not going to judge. He's going to passionately defend you. 303-429-6200, or just get you through the system. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazzara on my referral list. Remember that name. Let's keep going here. Now, here's the deal, okay, about insurance, Linda, and I want to correct this for everyone. When you have a life insurance policy, no matter what it is, the only time I believe the gain is taxed is if you take it or the policy is canceled. Right, Joe?
That is absolutely
Joe
right.
Ciano is with Become the Banker, and becomethebanker.info. You can see a video where we explain it completely. And here's the deal, okay? With your policy, you made a single payment. That payment really did well. I mean, this just goes to show you, even with a poor insurance policy, you made $47,000 on that 10 grand over the years, enough to keep it alive. But Joe had a very important question. The first question, have you ever borrowed money from it and not paid it back?
No.
Okay, second question, why was it canceled? Because that's what caused it to be taxable. Why was it canceled?
Because the interest wasn't covering the dividends.
In other words, you mean the interest wasn't covering the premium?
Right.
Okay, so for lack of premium payment, it lapsed.
Right.
Okay, but did you ever get notice that it was being canceled?
Well, that's the thing. I had opened a few envelopes years ago to see.
That's what I was going to ask.
On.
When was it canceled?
I guess last August.
Okay, it's amazing how that stayed alive, and you had life insurance for one single payment all that time. That was a really good earning policy. But here's the deal. Joe, is it too late for her to resurrect that policy so she doesn't get this taxable event? Is it too late?
It is too late. It's canceled.
Could she have done it when they first noticed her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, Linda, you don't want to hear this, but there's no way out of paying this tax. I mean, when they say death and taxes, they mean it. I mean, you have to pay the tax.
Okay. Well, I knew that. I just was wondering if there were, I just couldn't understand why they weren't taxing me on it for the whole year.
Well, he told you, because it's tax deferred or tax free, depending on how you do it. With Joe's policies, for example, people borrow on purpose from it and pay themselves back. Borrow, pay themselves back. No interest is ever paid on that. And here's the deal, or no taxes. But Joe, no one ever pays taxes if they keep it alone, right?
Absolutely.
But
right.
if they took money out, if it was canceled, they would be taxed,
oh, absolutely.
right? Even on your policy.
Even on my policy.
Okay.
That's just the law.
So that's why, because the reason you didn't pay taxes all these years is because you technically did not have gains, because you did not take them out and you never realized the gains. The only time it became taxable is when the policy was canceled. Then they go back and look at how many premium payments were made, how much did you make above the 10 grand, and that's what becomes taxable. I'm just sorry, Linda, I'm really sorry. Now the IRS, you know, if you want to call, I don't know, well, Larson is not, it's not going to be a big enough tax. Depending on your tax bracket, how much do you make a year, Linda?
About $30,000.
Yeah, so you're going to pay on that 47 or 50,000. What do you think she's going to pay, Mark? Probably
20 total, 20% on her entire income of 70-ish.
Yeah. So yeah. So on that 40, on that, let's say it's 50,000. She's going to pay 5 grand, a little more than 5, 10 grand. Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. 20% is 10 grand. Linda, about 10,000 or less, probably.
But there's no way that I can get my original 10,000 back from it.
What? Your original 10,000, you made a ton of money, and you had life insurance for 30 years. I mean,
could she roll it over into another product?
No, it's too late. It's too late. It was already canceled.
Yeah, it's already canceled, Mark. So
don't you understand, Linda?
They said I could renew it if I wanted to pay him $60,000, but who has $60,000 laying around?
You mean right now?
Yeah.
Right now, you could renew it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Linda. I'm just sorry. I mean, Joe, it's done, right?
It's done. I mean,
okay.
If it's canceled, it's canceled.
Yeah. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Don't.
Yes.
You know, she can call us if she wants.
I mean,
if we can help her. You know.
Okay, here. For anyone with questions on life insurance, or if you want to like convert your life insurance over to a better policy, they can do that without a taxable event, right or not?
That is right.
Okay.
It's still a 1035 tax-free
That would be
exchange.
good. If you want to go over to this new Become the Banker strategy where, and let me just explain it. You overfund the life insurance, and then that's on purpose. And what happens is it grows tax-free. You can borrow from it tax-free. What you can't do is let it cancel like that, or you pay tax. You know, you can adjust your premiums. You can not borrow if you want to let the dividends and interest help pay the premiums, but you can't just let it lapse. Okay, that's something no one can do in insurance and get away with that. Now, hold on. We got to take this quick break, but Keith has a comment on taxes and bankruptcy, I believe. Natalie, we will get to you with your problem on the grandson. And then we have a bad faith insurance claim. And then ACH is one of a bugaboo. Those are automated clearinghouse payments made to and from your accounts, otherwise known as wires and stuff like that. We'll come back to all of that. Rocky's Autos is at 63rd and Federal, and right now they have a new shipment coming in, and you have to check with Rockies often because they have a large inventory, but it comes and goes quickly. They also will give great money on trades because, listen, they need a good amount of inventory to sell, and one of the ways they get inventory, other than buying at auctions and stuff, they want to buy from you, and that's what they do when you trade your car in. Give them a call or go there, or look at RockiesAutos.com, 63rd and Federal, Monday through Friday. Like tonight, they're open until 7, Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays, 9 to 6. 303-426-4646. 40 lenders to choose from. There's certainly a program for you. 303-426-4646.
Was it 1035?
1035 tax-free exchange.
Okay, so that's, because
Yeah,
there's
I sort of think of it. It's not saying that you're usually not that much pay on every.
1031 is not.
Yeah, really, because I know I saw stuff on there.
Well, did she get money?
That's what I was asking. Where'd the money go?
Right.
Because if you had
Life insurance policy,
yeah, so there should have been tax on 47,000.
Something.
Something weird there. I think she was the guy who made not like a real
You can't have that money in your pay.
Yeah, that's right.
The company truly.
Or was it the money going just to buy insurance each time?
Right, and that's
So
it's
maybe
like
that's-
universal life. That's exactly what happens. Like it increases every single year.
Right, so then she finally gets taxed on it?
If it
Where's the area code
So there is no money, the money is always for insurance that she has to.
Well, that's Missouri. Tom, you're reaching all the way to Missouri.
So for her,
We got an email on our website about this person wanted to talk about life
Well, a
insurance.
lot of people put this on watch or
She
something.
said she can't put any money into it.
with the first original. And then
No,
hopefully
well,
the market does
I
well,
leave
then
them a
offset
certain
the cost
distance,
every
but
year.
I don't care.
Which this is what it sounds like. So universal life though, every single year you get older.
So she really got no benefit besides having insurance.
Just the run home
But
was
she's
year
gonna have to pay
horrible.
the
And I can
tax.
understand why she's frustrated. Because
Anybody gets all the world on the money.
Isn't that beautiful?
Well, my experience, what we're
who's truly
right now,
premium part is on what we
Nice.
outside of what
so
we
you can
do.
hear what
Even
you
during
do.
premium.
Nice.
Yeah, during the commercial, I like that, because a lot of times
paid
you
up
can
for
catch a lot of
notice
during
you
each
truly own it.
I
It's
like
whole life.
Right.
So she paid $47,000 for extra insurance over that 30 years.
Yeah, and then lapsed and lost it. So that's all, I think it's universal life. That doesn't sound like
No.
I wasn't a single premium.
Where is her
Well,
$57,000?
It is a whole life because she gets dividends, okay? And only whole life.
But the difference went to buy more insurance,
Yeah. Or to pay the premium.
for more insurance.
Right.
Or just to pay the premium.
The question is, where'd the money go then?
Yeah, we never did
If
answer where the-
she ever, if she took the
Okay, she probably
47,000.
got the automatic premium loan option, where she didn't make any more premiums, because the agent told her that she only one premium would cover the whole thing.
Well, that was
So,
truly a
so basically, there were supposed to be premiums paid.
Right.
Okay, so what the company did, she took, it's what they call policy loans, to pay the premiums. And then after the company ran out of money, then the company canceled her policy, and all that stuff became,
So there's no money in the pot left.
no, there's not.
That's what it sounds like. That's
But
what
her
we're saying.
47,000, her gain was that she had insurance over that period.
Yeah,
Over
okay,
30 years.
But the thing is that it truly wasn't a single premium.
Now I get it.
Like a legacy.
It was
one.
not.
It wasn't
No.
like, yeah, it wasn't like.
No, it was a universal, no, not universal like this. It was the whole life that needed to be funded.
Funded over the years, but he just sold it as a single premium.
Did you get that question at all about getting 10,000 back? I didn't. Well, that made
Well,
no
no,
sense.
but she's
Okay. I thought there was something else.
We don't say that.
Yeah.
She can.
Hey, that's a bad word.
He was calling me
yeah,
an
yeah.
idiot just last week.
Right.
Bipolar.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for her to get those policy.
Can happen.
Too.
Well, what's bad is that, so she bought it from life insurance for her husband dying.
Yeah.
And she's gonna hit this tax.
That's
You got
bad.
double.
She didn't even know she probably had
No,
life
see, that's
insurance
sad, you know
all this
why?
time.
It was the death benefit that she got was tax-free.
From her husband.
Jay Farner, CEO
Hey, yeah.
Loans.
The death benefits are tax-free.
I wonder if she'd have died if anybody in their
If it's
family.
structured correctly, then it's gonna say tax free for the rest of her life.
Right.
It's the wrong thing.
That's terrible, you know that?
I wonder if anybody in her, if she'd have died, anybody in her family.
Well, they already got after tax.
A lot of people don't know.
My son and daughter have a business in Arizona that does probate. They're not attorneys, it's all, it's a special thing down there. And they have ways of hunting assets.
That's good.
And they find.
Hey, Tom here, a guy says about Dean Jones, because I told her along that
really
no
good
longer
service, 'cause we get
endorsement.
that all the time.
Who?
Dean Jones.
Yeah, why? What happened?
So he says, wow, I am shocked to hear it. I had an injection and they said it was stem cells, nothing about growth hormones. I asked a lot of questions because it was so expensive. They said they are all stem cells and that came from the umbilical cord, so they are lying to people.
They are lying. Tell them, yes, they are lying.
So Tom got growth hormones.
That, right. Stem
She's
Cells
great.
to America rent at
It's
all
not a
weekend.
hormone, they're growth factors.
Growth factors. I said hormone.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Stem Cell Institute of America ran ads every 10 minutes all weekend on a couple channels.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's go right to the phones. after I explained to you about Centeno Schultz and stem cell therapy, listen, you will see, and Clint said every 5 minutes there was this place advertising all weekend on TV about stem cell therapy, stem cell therapy, stem cell therapy. And I don't know how to put it other than to say they're ripping people off, because they're telling people, they told this woman that emailed Dan, they're getting live living stem cells, you know, and this is another place. Centeno Schultz is one of the few clinics that do true living stem cells. Centeno Schultz, the good guys. I am devastated by how many people are being ripped off by these clinics that give amniotic fluid, calling it stem cells. Amniotic fluid. They're not living stem cells. At one time they were, but you cannot ship it. You cannot condense it. So when they get the umbilical fluid, it is not living stem cells. You're not getting stem cell therapy. And if they, listen, if I were you and they misled you, and if they told you that, I would go after them. If you need help, you call us. 303-963-9201 is Centeno Schultz. For true doctors, MDs, doing true living stem cells that they harvest from you at the time, and they at the time of the visit, and they also do imagery for the needles. They're not blindly given by a nurse. It's just criminal, in my opinion, what's going on in the entire industry across the country. Centeno Schultz, the real deal. 303-963-9201. It's just pissing me off. So, Keith, what's happening? You have a comment on taxes and bankruptcy, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
Well, you're talking about taxes now, and you talk a lot about bankruptcy. And I haven't heard you mention, so I'm not sure if you're aware that you can discharge federal and state taxes in a bankruptcy.
There are there are exceptions. Most of the time you cannot, but there are exceptions. If taxes went unpaid for a certain number of years, but the condition is you had to have filed for those taxes. They have to be due and owing, and then they have to be over, I believe, 10 years old, and you can discharge them. But most of the time, Keith, when people go bankrupt and it's been that, and they've actually filed taxes, the IRS doesn't let it go that long before levying or doing stuff like that. I don't know of any cases where they've let.
It has to be within 3 years, and I have a.
What's that? What do you mean within 3 years? What are you talking about?
A financial advisor in Phoenix who does it for.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to mislead people, Keith, so here's what I'm going to say. Most of the time, taxes are not dischargeable in bankruptcy. Very few times taxes are discharged, only for old taxes. And usually those taxes have to be already filed. Well, they have to be filed and on the books for a certain number of years. Let's find out from Wink and Wink, especially, because I do not want to leave a misimpression in anyone's mind. Keith, that's what we'll do. We'll get a hold of some bankruptcy attorneys and find out. Chris, what did you want to know about ACHs?
Well, real quick, Tom, when you were on TV news, did you ever work with Stormy Rotman back in the day?
Well, he was on Channel 9 and I was on Channel 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on, Chris. I don't want you to run out of time. So hang on, and we'll talk about ACHs. Also, we'll talk about bad faith insurance, and Natalie, your problem with the grandson. And then we have, of course, becomethebanker.info. Stay tuned for more.
Do you know what I
want? I thought you were going to say, were you involved with Stormy Daniels?
Yeah, I know.
So this lady is actually
yeah, if you have it said, should I send it to you?
Because I have the Attorney General's office trying to put together a case. I'd like to see. As of right now, there may be victim class actions who brought against some of these phony providers around the country. Or I'd like to see the FDA do something about it.
Downstairs.
I just don't understand why. Do you understand that if we said anything on the air remotely, like, this is this,
The caller hung up, but she's available. What's the question?
Dischargeability of taxes in general. What are the conditions? And I want to know, like, for sure, not like, well, maybe. I want to know
when are taxes dischargeable, period.
I guess we need more back though.
And I'll actually, don't, just tell her it's about that, dischargeability of taxes. I'll pose the question to her informally, but that's what it's about. So, how'd the conversation go in general?
We got to throw a number at them.
Did they acknowledge that they made the mistake?
Well, yeah, plus I got them now.
They're not saying we misrepresented.
No, in fact, they 100% acknowledge they really screwed up and breached the contract. So I told them there's two scenarios. One, you give us everything back. Simple as that. And we walk. Or two, we come up with a number that's reasonable.
So in other words, we take it where it is and end it right now?
No, if we want the refund, where we just get everything back, we don't get any source code or anything like that.
Oh.
Full refund. They did not like that idea whatsoever, of course, because they're already upside down in it, which would just put them an additional 50 grand upside down. So then I said, I'll talk to my guys, and we'll come up with a number that's acceptable to us on the overage, which we'll do after the show today, and then we'll make the offer and go from there. There's nothing else to do on it. I mean, what else are we going to do?
Yeah, I like those shoes.
Shoes?
I know, like those shoes.
Where'd you get those?
That's right.
Oh, funny, man.
I was hoping you would have got on this. That's
funny.
We gave you all a little heads up there.
You did, and I was honestly thinking, this might be the same guy.
How old was he? He was only like 12 when I got
I realized, once I started
Nearly 20
for 4
years
or 5
ago.
other people as I was walking down the street, I said, okay, this is a regular question being asked.
You should have done it, and then you would have said, but wait.
Michael Raleigh has brought by Raleigh House.
My brother's shoes.
Are there any spots before
So you owe me.
that drive around?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's funny. Actually, it's
Oh,
worth
okay,
going to
gotcha.
Mardi Gras once, I think, for everybody. I think it was a fun event.
I'll just fix it.
Oh, it's just a mess. Well, actually, they cleaned up pretty quick, though.
Oh, no.
Not bad for us. Now, I mean, they were
There's
cleaned up
beads.
every
The
night.
trees were covered with beads.
Okay,
How about Aurora
I was
also?
surprised to see every night. They had cleanup crews scraping the roads, watching the 5-cent process. They've got the process down pat.
Yeah. They had all the stands. But you're right. It wasn't like trash everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, during the day, yeah, it's disgusting. It's everywhere you step up.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting. And when I went there before Katrina, it was disgusting.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. It's, I love the food.
There's trash everywhere.
And it smells like.
And it smells like,
it
smells terrible. It's a horrible place.
It's like
Why they built a city below sea level is still
No, they didn't. When they started building on it, that's when it sunk.
Oh, I didn't know that. It sunk.
It's like mushy. Well, so it's freaking mush.
Yeah.
Seattle built
So this was I'm saying
with Mexico City.
Seattle built their city almost below tide level.
Who did?
Seattle. And if you go there now, there's an underground Seattle. They had to build it up. Story tall. You've been down there.
I've been down there, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? They built something where the tide comes in and back the sewers up.
Well, look at the Sacramento, old Sacramento. That was, you can go look at it and see where the flood used to come, and they raised it all.
How about Atlantis?
Forgot about it.
Yeah.
That was even worse.
Yeah.
Well, Amsterdam.
There's one up by Lake of the Ozarks, Table Rock. The entire city is under the. People go scuba diving. There's cars down there, buildings. I mean, the whole bit. But they flooded it on purpose.
Oh, really?
Wow.
But why wouldn't they take the cars out?
They just flooded the whole city.
What? Is this for like a dam?
Chatfield.
I don't remember why they flooded it.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'll show you, man. I'll show you right here. That Chatfield.
No, they do flood areas, but usually they take everything out of there.
Chatfield, if you got an outboard that hangs down very far, you get tree stumps.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Really shallow.
This is all Table Rock. Dude, there's buildings, cars. They even,
people.
They still have a working hospital.
For fish.
It really is crazy, though. They flooded the whole place.
tree spraying or feeding, also irrigation service.
Oh, wow, West Town, just on the ground, underwater.
They were in the middle of a gunfight, they got flooded.
I don't know why they decided to do it.
Well, usually they should dam it up.
A lot of that was when they were electrifying the South.
Today is the day you
Project
break the
called
stranglehold of it.
Where's it at?
You and your family can't lose another precious.
It was a small outpost located along Creek South of Branson, Missouri, that dirt road, had 10 buildings.
Mental health issue, anxiety, depression.
It had a 3-story mill, a general store, blah, blah,
You're
blah.
not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House
I'm using
today.
a dip
They've
for a dam
established
for
a special
electricity
number to
and
address your
there's
concerns.
the name of that?
720
flood control.
In 1930s and 1940s, the idea came up to dam the White River. This was to generate power.
And to give jobs. At the same time, the
There was
TDAs,
electrification of the South about in the 1930s. That they
The city sits 100 feet
and also that was during the Depression.
below the water.
Yeah, what was that called, though? When they brought electricity.
REA, rural electric,
The church, the mill, and other buildings were covered by
Big
a lake.
government project.
The cemetery was
Bring electricity south, they dammed up everything.
it was also for flood control.
Yeah.
They needed to put people to work.
Advanced divers can go down to Oasis and swim up and down the Main Street. That's a deep dive. I wouldn't go up.
How deep is it?
100 feet. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's right at the edge.
You can't stay down there very long.
I do like 15, 20 tops, man. I don't like caves either.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. We've been doing this for 40 years, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, and we are encouraging you to, wherever you can, to watch on broadband. We're going to start using visual aids as well. Of course, we're always going to keep you keyed in if you're just a listener and not a watcher. We have a lot to talk about today. And Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ is there to give you an economical and a better, more natural source for orthodontics. In other words, if you want straight teeth as an adult, really braces for 5 or 6 years was what you could look forward to, or you had to spend a ton of money for veneers. Just the front teeth alone are like $25,000 or more, $50,000 for a full mouth. And if you want to do it the natural way, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ has done something called the New Orthodontics. It's something unheard of before this. Dr. Kent Lawson has proven that the palate can still be expanded even after adulthood. It is not fused. You can expand it slowly with graduated mouthpieces. That straightens your teeth automatically. Then he uses Invisalign braces for finishing touches. This wonderful method that he has pioneered also cures TMJ and sleep apneas because your jaw is realigned the right way. Your teeth are naturally straightened. 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. Look for them on my referral list, please. And I'm telling you, it's a wonderful system. Let's talk. Natalie's been waiting a long time. Natalie, let's talk about your grandson. What's the problem? Natalie? So let's make sure. I don't want to hang up on her.
Oh, darn it.
I just want to make sure she's there. So I'm going to go to Chris now. Back to ACH, automated clearinghouses. That's how people make payments automatically. Chris, what did you want to know about?
Well, you know, Tom, my grandma was recently, she had wrote a check to a landscaper company. This was back in Oregon about a month ago. I'm going to call you about it. And essentially, they did the classic, ran the ACH wire transfer.
Yeah, by the way, if you write a check to someone, they are allowed and often do not present the paper check. Instead, they have a system that electronically goes in and converts it to an ACH.
Right, and so they just drafted it to themselves for like $9,500. She went and called up.
Wait, I don't understand something, Chris. She wrote a check for how much?
It wasn't that. I think it was like $3,500 for a bunch of landscape work.
And then this company took the information on the check and converted it.
Well, it was just an individual guy.
All right, you hold on, because this is a major problem, and oddly enough, it was something I wanted to address today. I have notes on this. It's amazing. I wanted to talk about ACHs and presenting checks. Hang on a sec, Chris. This is really important. But I have Gigi Wink on, and I do not want her waiting too long. Gigi, is with Wink and Wink. They are bankruptcy attorneys, and of course they do Chapter 7s and Chapter 13s. Gigi, what is dischargeable when it comes to federal and state taxes in a bankruptcy?
Well, it's basically it's a 5-part test. They got to be income taxes.
Right.
They have to have been due and owing 3 years ago or longer, which really in effect means 4 years.
Okay, I thought it was 10. You're right. So 3 years then.
Yep.
So, but you had to have filed, right?
Yes, you have to have filed 2 years prior to the bankruptcy. They have to have been due and owing 3 years, but they're not due and owing until the next year, right? So they're basically 4 years is what you think of.
Okay.
4 years old or older, filed 2 years prior before the IRS filed them for you. That presents issues. No liens, so they can't be secured. And then there can't be any evasion or fraud, which the most common way that comes up is undisclosed income. So if you missed a W-2, you missed a 1099, their position is that that's fraud.
Gigi, let's ask a more practical question. How often do you really see taxes go away in a bankruptcy?
You know, it's usually a secondary benefit where people come in and they've got other debt, and then we say, well, these taxes are going to go away, these old taxes.
But is it more often than not? I thought it was rare.
No, yeah, it happens definitely more often than you would think.
Okay,
you have to meet all of those requirements.
Okay.
But if you do, they're gone.
That's okay. That's something. You know what? I thought it was such a rare occurrence. I thought they made it really difficult because you think if you file, you know, in 4 years, you know, the government has to know that you're in line for a bankruptcy. I mean, or that a bankruptcy could make them go away. So you would think that they would do some kind of a lien.
Sometimes. I mean, I really, the best way to handle these back taxes, I always tell my clients is, they'll say, well, I owed, so I didn't file that year. You file every year. That's how you keep that alive. It's also how you keep the IRS happy. They like it when you're working with them, when you're communicating. If you're on a payment plan, you could be on a payment plan. That keeps them from leaning you. It keeps them from looking too hard at you, and then, boom, you can get rid of them.
I see. If you just keep filing, they don't suspect anything. Wow. Now, thank you. Winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. Now, I would have thought it was more rare. She didn't really give a percentage, but she said it's not that uncommon, which in itself is surprising to me. It really is. I would think that it would be very difficult, and they would make it so. 303-713-8255. Now, let's go to, is it, who is this?
Jolia.
Jolia. Hello, Jolia. What's going on?
Good morning.
What's happening?
Well, over a year ago, my house was showing signs of water intrusion. And I called my insurance company, and they sent out an engineer, and they informed me that our roof was installed improperly on our home.
And how long ago was that?
The house was built in '93, but it just showed signs in 2017.
Okay, so you had damages.
Yes.
And they said it's due to improper construction, so they're going to call it a maintenance issue, not a casualty loss.
Yes, that's
and they won't cover it if truly you had a leak or you had damages. But I thought there were some cases where the actual repair won't be covered, but the damages will. Hold on, and let's get Compass Insurance Group on to clarify this. That's what I want to do, because it gets really odd when you have something that could be called maintenance, but then it causes other damage. We have Joe Chiano and his son here, Jordan. They both are financial advisors. Yeah, they don't call themselves insurance salesmen, although their primary product is insurance policy. Why? Because Become the Banker is much more. BecomeTheBanker.info. Joe Chiano, if we had to sum it up, and again, if we had to sum it up, basically it is money that you invest in a policy. You get a life insurance policy, right?
That is correct.
Now, the policy is then grows tax-free, right?
Absolutely.
Now, why is it tax-free? Why?
It's under Section 7702 of
Something
the
of the,
IRS.
so the IRS says when you have a policy, you can grow tax-free, right?
That's right.
Now, this total amount is your cash value. Is that right?
That's right, plus dividends and interest.
Well, that's tax-free growth. Both, okay? So that's cash value. This cash value, you can borrow.
You can borrow 95% of that cash.
At any time.
At any time.
95% loans. Now, you have to pay the loans back or they become income.
That is right.
When you take a loan, you pay yourself interest, right?
That's correct.
And you want to pay a high interest rate.
You want to pay the same interest rate that anybody else
like
would
a credit
charge.
card, right?
Right.
And then what the insurance company is not paying you, that additional interest goes into your account.
Goes back to you.
Okay, so then you have even more cash value.
Absolutely.
And then you're not using credit cards or anything else. But then what's the object of this more value at the end?
Well,
the pot.
You can get tax-free paychecks for life at retirement.
So you start taking monthly or weekly or whatever you want payments, or when you need it, and then you have loans, which is really income. And how are those loans paid off?
Actually, through the death benefit.
So it's all paid by the death benefit. So this is really what I call a perfect plan. But it's not for people who say, hey, I'm going to put all my money in here, because the growth is kind of modest. It's 4%, right?
Tax-free.
And then 1% dividends, right?
That is correct.
So that is where it works really well. But the point is, it's safe, it's conservative, it's real. That's the point. And now, if anyone has a question on it, give us a call. So, what do you think is the downside to that? Dan, why didn't you do that? You looked at the program. Why didn't you do it?
Basically, I was going to put it on my son. I still might do it on my son and stuff, just because it'd be cheaper insurance. I don't myself need life insurance.
Okay.
So
you're thinking about your son. But you said overall, when you take the whole thing together, the 4% plus the 1% growth, did you feel you could do better on your own with the stock market?
Right. That's how another thing as I thought there. And like I say, the 4% plus 1% does not take into account as far as the premiums.
Yeah,
right.
So that's 1% so 1% for insurance, which is really cheap.
It's probably about that, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, if you're looking at the stock market versus this.
No, but first, what's the yield? About 1% you pay for insurance. About 1%.
It depends over.
He says his yield would have been about 1% lower because of with insurance. Yes, sir.
And yeah, it just varies over time and for specific. So that's why Dan was looking at putting it on his son, because being at a much younger age and being able to use this for the cash value, the growth is tremendously more than it would be for like a 70-year-old. So the cost of insurance is going to be more in the first year, but over the life of the policy, you're going to hit a break even.
Now here's what I like though. Okay, Dan is somebody who actively invests, and I don't think anyone who actively invests should do all of their money, but I don't think it's bad to have just part of your money do this. Here's the other thing. Now, the stock market in general, for most people, for 98% of the people who don't babysit every day, Mark right now during the show does trades. That's how much he babysits it. But for 98% of the population, what has the stock market done over 20 years?
Over the last 30 years.
How much?
30 years, 3 decades.
What has
the stock market has returned less than 4%. 3.98%.
And that's without a doubt.
That is right.
With risk. Now, we have a lot more to talk about. I hope Brian can stay on from Compass Insurance, because I can't go to him right now, but it's a really good question about damages that the insurance company says is really maintenance issues. So that's what we really have to find out. Maintenance issues. Now, a serious note here, the Raleigh House. When you call this number, it's for information. Please understand this. You should not shop for treatment programs for your loved ones or for yourself without getting a bunch of information. The Raleigh House knows that. Don't just sign up to any program. We get a lot of complaints about people who've gone into these intravenous programs where they get flushed, or they go to these quick recovery programs, or they go to these programs that take thousands and thousands of dollars and have no clinical studies. So the Raleigh House wants to answer every question you have about treatment, cost, insurance, different programs. Even the Salvation Army has a free program might be right for you. The Raleigh House may tell you, hey, this program is best for you or that program. Here's the deal, though. They'll tell you how to approach a drug addict. They'll tell you about what to look for. How do you know a habit is there and getting worse? Any question you have, no questions are off base. They will answer because they want you to be fully informed and safe and secure, and it's all confidential. So if you have an addict in your life and you have any issues, call them 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. That is so much harder.
On the whiteboard?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's harder than I thought, but it's good. But it's good. So I'm gonna.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I do want to make a correction on.
Yes.
Loans are not income. That's why they're tax free.
It becomes income. I'm talking about.
Well, if you cancel the policy.
When I wrote it down, I said that. Yeah. It doesn't look right just in words. But when I said it's income, yeah.
You got it.
And the death benefit pays them back. Yeah,
That is right.
Yeah, you're right.
With a high near 72.
So
right now,
A loan from a policy is the same as a loan from the bank. You don't count that as income.
Right.
I don't know why
they got extra.
Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org.
I must have pressed harder.
udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
You know what's funny on a dry erase? The longer it stays on, the easier it is to get off. Hence the word dry erase. So anyway, I left the gas cap off. This is freaking absent-minded. Now, you know, oddly enough, on my pre-flight, because I fueled after the pre-flight, I didn't check gas caps because I said, I need to put fuel in. So I went like this, put the fuel in, got down off the ladder because I have my own fueler. It uses auto gas. We're flying along, and I see a stream off the right way. Then I remember not putting it on. So I had been flying for 40 minutes. I go back, and I land, no emergency. Had plenty of fuel. It only used, it was the way that's designed, I only used that, and I was making steep turns each way. It did hardly lost me.
Which plane was it?
That little highway. Only this much fuel. I would think it would suck it out.
I was a Cessna 150. I'm sorry.
That's okay. My insider video watcher, John, he said it's very hard to see your writing on here with the lighting. So we might want to figure something out. And he's right. I was watching too. It's just.
I'm going to turn this up when I do it. Okay. That's what I'm going to do.
Let's try it.
I'm going to turn it up when I do it.
It needs to be a little closer.
Go ahead and practice right now.
Actually, it was okay as far as
I thought it was.
distance, but it was just hard to read. It says there's a glare.
The glare might be.
His penmanship sucks, though.
Well, yours is no better.
Let's see now.
Let's
what we're going to do is test it.
Hey, Tom. Actually, you know what? If you want to talk about the the differences between other
it's hard to read, man.
We can actually draw those two circles, so we can draw there.
I know what you mean. We're trying to see if we can even get it to show up. It's not showing. Oh, it's bad.
Look.
No, it's bad. It's great from here.
Here, this is a normal size, though. It's really hard to read.
No, it is. It is really bad. It's really bad. So
Because Mark is not a grouch?
Exactly.
We got to figure this out, guys. Do I use a big thing?
It's got to just get closer. We got to get it
I think a thicker.
A bigger
Tom, when Fuller was in, when Mark and I were out of town last week, was there a woman who called with a dentist and a dog, and the dog died after having $3,000 worth of dentist work done on the dog?
I never heard of that one. Jeez.
Okay, because she's like, I spoke to Bell and Pollock on Tom's show. I said, oh, no, you didn't. Maybe it was John Fuller, because she said April 16th.
Maybe it was a year ago.
No.
Weird.
The dog's dead.
Guys, Rich. No. Yes.
Takes a while to swim.
Red.
There's an 8-minute delay.
The red you don't see at all. I'm sorry, yes, I just can't see it's red.
Yeah, we got it.
No, in fact, it's worse.
Red, See,
I think it looks worse, the red.
It's not.
It's just got to be closer. No, I
how about we
just
take
gotta
that
be
light
closer.
off and we'll,
We just need a little triangle easel.
Here, I know, but hold on. Let's chart. See how that looks.
Afternoons 4 to 7.
Oh, not any better.
How about lights? How about no light on?
No light.
How does that, Mark?
Takes a while.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, it takes a
If you
minute.
guys have a TV, you just do it on the computer or something like that. Maybe.
Good idea.
Got a boy back home in Michigan, and it tastes like Jack when I'm kissing him. So I told him that I never really liked his friends. Now he's gone and he's calling me a
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Remember that if you're looking for real estate from Fort Collins to Castle Rock. Frank Duran, the real estate man, he is really the best at what he does. RE/MAX Alliance. If you want someone who's tenacious, loyal, honest, ethical, and will treat you like you're the only customer he has, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. He does proactive marketing, not just a yard signer. No, for sure. And we have all of our friends and neighbors who have used him. 303-920-1622. Compass Insurance Group is answering a question. Okay, Brian, this comes up a lot. Okay, so what's her name? Jolia. Jolia, she has roof damage and ceiling damage. How is this damage manifesting itself, Julia, in your house?
So there's water spots all over, and I have a tile roof. And
how bad is the damage inside?
It's extremely bad. It created mold. So the
how did you all of a sudden? How did you discover this all of a sudden?
Water was pouring down my wall.
So it happened, even though it's been happening over the years because of poor construction. Was it after a storm?
Yes.
Okay. So Brian, for argument's sake, and Jolia, for argument's sake, let's say that the roof was installed incorrectly, and let's say this was slow occurring damage over the years. Now, I remember you saying something, Brian, that maybe the roof itself would not be corrected under the warranty, but damages could be or not.
Probably not. I mean, the way that you got to think of insurance is that it covers mostly sudden and accidental type of damage. Most policies actually have verbiage in there that says that a constant or repeated, like seepage or leakage of water over a period of time, weeks, months, years, whatever, and it will specifically say something like this in a policy, would be excluded.
I thought one time I was surprised because something wasn't covered, but the damage was covered, and I said, but Brian, why is that? And you said, well, it's not going to repair the item and fix or replace the item, but it will take care of the damage. But that's not for this kind of damage.
Yeah, here's the problem. This one's got two things. See, I've gone and we've made the argument, and we've actually been successful on occasion on something that is occurring over a long period of time, because our argument, depending on the company, our argument would be it was just discovered. Some policies specifically say that it's based off a discovery date, others off of the incident date. If it's off incident date, you're in trouble because you just can't do anything. The problem with this one is that not only is this something that happened over a period of time, but it sounds like it was done because of poor construction, a defect of some kind in the roof itself. And an insurance policy also has exclusions for latent defect if something was installed incorrectly. So I just feel like she's got a couple things going against her here.
Okay, so you don't think it would work? You don't think you can make the argument?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to help argue it.
What company do you have, Julia?
USAA.
Okay. And
they're a good company. I mean, they're not one that you regularly hear that are going to have a problem. I mean, did they send you the declination letter already, Julia?
Did they send you the letter?
They sent me out. Yes, they have.
Can you
and
send
then
us?
They canceled my policy.
They can't. How many? Wait a minute. How many claims have you had?
Before this claim,
before.
I believe 2.
Yeah. And how long ago were those 2 claims? How far apart?
oh my gosh, years, like maybe 12 years.
And you had USAA the whole time?
Ever since we purchased the house.
And
yes.
by the way, USAA, no matter how good they are, having a policy that long without checking it is a really, 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 really bad idea. Let's just get a quick comment from Susan, who's calling on this. Susan, what comment do you have on this?
Actually, I think you answered it, because I was going to say about the date of discovery, if that would intercede.
Sometimes, Susan, Brian says, sometimes it helps. Here's the deal. Send us the letter. We'll let Brian take a look at it. Depends on how they word that. Now, we had a guy call, and I believe it was Commerce City. Where was it about the searching?
Yeah, Commerce City.
And he said that they were searching for code enforcement violations, and their rules say that you need to give warning, and if they refuse to let you in, you have to say, okay, we're going to be back within 24 hours. And they have to give you a chance to know this. However, in one case, they got a search warrant, and they just went without notice. Now, the guy is claiming that they broke their rules by not giving him notice. And I said, look, there are two kinds of searches. There are voluntary searches or even mandatory, but they're procedural for civil matters. They're for code violations and all of that. Then there's a kind of search for crime. They have a reasonable expectation that there is a crime being committed. In those cases, they get a search warrant, and they do not have to give notice. Of course they don't. Can you think about that? A guy with a meth house, hey, by the way, we're giving you 24 hours notice that we're executing a search. Now, this guy disagreed with me. Okay, so what did I say? I don't know. I said something that really pissed him off. And I'm going to play his voicemail because he's demanding that I read something. But
no, he's demanding an apology from you.
Plus something I read. So we're going to let the voicemail play right after this because we do want to play it, okay? And then as far as Chris on ACH, what are we waiting for on ACHs? He wanted to know something about, oh, I know what he's waiting for, my research. Because I said he brought up something that is a very, very big sore spot. And when you hear about it, you're not going to believe it. Not at all. Clint, you have some follow-ups. Give us a quick one right now. You said that there is a nationwide bumper, and it literally is a scam. Now, you say these things don't even exist. They just take it to make money. Are you sure? What's going on?
Guys that are going to swap meets are finding the guys with Juan or a guy named Jay with tables set up, and they're selling bumpers, but they also will take yours and your money and get yours re-chromed.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
But they never have re-chromed.
No, nobody's ever gotten their bumper back. I've found about 6 of these so far.
Think about this. They go to these shows and swap meets, take your bumper and your money, but don't do anything. And what's the name of the company so we can warn others?
ABC Bumper, Azusa, California is the location of it. And I had the Chamber of Commerce and the police department check. There's no such thing there.
Keep that in mind. Okay, Fix It 24/7 will be at your door for $39 to assess any problem for $39 with plumbing, heating, or air. If you have an issue, do it now before it's extremely hot or it gets cold again for $39. Or if you have a plumbing problem, you will pay no more than $39 to get a complete, accurate diagnosis. And if it's minor, they can do it for that $39. But if it's more, they will let you know why, and the call is free. You will not be obligated to do it. But if you do have the work done, the $39 is applied. And they say you won't get the same part, the same work, the same effort for the same money anywhere. They're always going to give you the best value. Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com. $39. You get a licensed, insured tech to your home for plumbing or HVAC or air. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
I didn't know Mini-Me committed
Oh,
suicide.
yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
Mike,
That's what he died.
Mini-Me, I saw the question.
That little midget.
Yeah. Did he commit suicide?
Middle person.
That is sad. That's
Yeah.
real.
It actually happens quite a bit.
But if anything happens these next few months,
The
remember,
Fantasy Island
they may
star
not come knocking
tattoo.
at your door, but they will be the ones you
Yep.
want. First,
Self-inflicted gunshot.
Oh my God. You know, it might be a hard life, huh?
God, it must
bunch
be.
of crap, these roofers that knock on the door. They're tricking you into a
I wonder how
contract.
old he
Excel will
was
never
when he
trick you
came
into a
49.
contract. They will give you a
I know he was. I meant
when they're done
tattoo.
examining and tell you everything
So
you
we can't
need,
see.
and if you like it, you sign it. They'll even
Guys,
help
get-
you with your
get a bigger, I want a thicker
They know
panel.
how to deal.
I wonder if I get a TV monitor.
Yeah, that's what
That's
TV, and then just put it off the, like your computer or something like that.
Yeah, but except that
to put any
really,
money up front
it's
ever,
not as.
and you will never have
Right.
any penalty clauses in that contract because they
How-
know you.
What do you
want
guys
to
use in your
do
talks?
that.
All preset slides and everything.
761-64.
Yeah, we have a,
Can't do that with a live. Can't do that with live issues that
For
we don't
Excel
know.
on my referral list at referrallist.com.
They got those nice things like at schools now that
Dan,
teachers can
did you
draw
have
up
a
on.
fourth camera?
It's like a
electric board.
It's like an electric board, like a whiteboard.
We have another camera that was dedicated to. What do you call them? Do you know?
I think that's what you talk about, an electric
Could then wouldn't get
whiteboard.
or something.
I think they're pretty pricey, but you know, I don't.
Wouldn't get Tom in there.
But definitely what schools are using
It's
nowadays.
just directly on the board, very close.
God, he was so tiny, man.
You switch it back. I don't like the pads that you draw and see them on your computer.
Right.
Just
2 feet
no,
tall.
the light actually drowns it out.
No, I meant a camera right where the light
Hello,
is.
I'm Tom Martin.
Oh.
Now you've heard me talk
There's a
about
woman
it.
I saw a picture of. Let me see if I can find
Hold
it.
on, guys. We have
Led
something.
me to Centennial Schultz Clinic right here in Colorado. They're
School
internationally
outfitters,
recognized.
electronic. Oh yeah,
see, that's the-
$1,300.
Yeah, that sounds like
One
it.
880
Pretty penny.
wall mount, but you actually draw on it.
With guided injections. Only
What is it?
these
The
deliver
electronic.
injections.
Like
More
whiteboards you see
experience than
teachers
any other
have
provider
nowadays.
in the
No,
country.
this is an
Why would you go to a
interface. You don't
clinic
want that.
no
You want
expertise
something you
at
can
all?
draw directly on
Centennial
a
Schultz
touch
will help
screen.
you with painful joints,
Why?
knees, hips, back,
Well, that would be
shoulders,
cool. Then it shows up.
Yeah, right.
You can just draw on your tablet, can't you?
Instead of
On that huge Apple tablet thing you have?
Yeah, but
at 303
Then you just beam it to the monitor.
Explore your options at a true
I can
You just sync it.
I can airplay it.
I hit
can airplay it.
Yeah, I hit one button on here. I can connect to most TVs. Whatever I
can
do.
too, but it has to have the Apple compatibility. So Mark, Dan, if I you have an Apple TV here, don't you? Somewhere?
These are Apple.
Okay, then guess what? I can.
No, we don't have an AirPlay. The TV would just have to have it. That's all.
Do you have the little Apple TV module?
We don't use
Oh,
that.
don't use it anymore.
Okay, because if I had the Apple TV there, I could beam anything like he said to it, and then you could do a camera input from that. See, do you have an extra camera you could put it on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's it. An Apple TV out and in. So what it would be is just an Apple TV that I
There's no thing.
So we don't even need the whiteboard.
No, not really, because it's not going to, as we see, the whiteboard is not going to work. Now, I'm hoping we can use this whiteboard for presentations and stuff, that it wasn't wasted, but I'm sure we can somewhere. Now, here's the deal. I like the idea, Mark, of that giant iPad I have, of drawing on, because I can draw on it perfectly, and then that would be projected to it. Oh, that's a great idea.
How do we project it into there?
With the Apple TV. Where's your Apple TV, the one we did have?
We can't hook that back.
Dan, Tom,
Well-
my feedback guy said, yeah, it probably does need to be a little closer to.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Dan, where is the Apple TV that we bought? I bought it. Where is it? It's downstairs. So if we take it, why do you think the output of that can't be hooked to one of the inputs there of the camera? Where it would be, pretend it's a camera.
Yeah, that's all you do.
You just pretend it's a camera.
If it works like that, yeah.
So here's the way it works. It's called an AirPlay, and all I have to do is hit the button, and anything on my monitor is automatically projected to anything with an Apple TV. But it has to be an Apple TV. It won't go direct.
But we don't have an Apple TV. We have an Apple router.
That's what it is.
Oh, Apple TV is a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
it's a little square thing.
We don't have that. We have an Apple router.
Okay, you have the airport.
Airports.
Okay, that won't work. But I'll get.
Now I understand what you're saying.
I'm going to get. That's what I'll do. I'm going to get a little.
That would work. Then all we do is plug into there and it's done.
I'm going to take it from the condo.
Although, how does it go out?
Apple TV has an output.
Is it HDMI?
Yeah.
We have HDMI in.
Hi, Tom Martino with you. BecomeTheBanker.info with us, and we'll talk about that in a sec. I want to clean up some stuff here. I want to talk about what Chris called about. Is Chris listening? I hope he is. He brought up something. Now listen, folks, this is very important. This is majorly important. By the way, the whiteboard is not working out as we'd hope. People can't see it very well. We're still experimenting. But this is what goes on. If you have a check, there's something called Check 21. It's basically short for a law that allows people to put that check through digitally, okay? With the routing number and the account number, they can put through that check immediately. So you may have gone to a checkout where they take your check, they run it through a scanner and give it back to you. That check has cleared. So you don't get the float of a few days. But here's what's even worse, and I know people are not going to believe it, but it's a nasty secret of the banking world. ACHs are not verified ever. If I have your account number and I have your routing number, I can take anything I want from your bank immediately. Now, when you discover it, you can yell and scream at your bank. Your bank will say, well, we need to investigate. They'll put the money back in your account and investigate. But they do not have to give you your money back permanently. All you need is the routing number and the account number, and you can do a draft. When I said this before, Mark, a guy called in. Do you remember he challenged us?
Yeah, and we took a few bucks from his account.
To prove it.
And he was astonished.
Anyone that you hand a check to, you are literally giving the key to your safe. Literally. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. They can take your check, photocopy it, or a waiter could take your check and take a picture of it with his phone. And the routing number and account number is on the bottom of that check, and he can put through a draft anytime, and he'll get the money. They will get away with it because there's no way to trace it. They will get the money because all they have to do is open an account somewhere, have the money deposited, take the money, and run. If you have a lot of money, they can make off with $100 grand.
But if it's proven fraudulent, you'll most likely get your money back.
Yeah, for sure. But it's going to be hell because they want to make sure you're not in collusion with that person. So it is very, very dangerous. So we have BecomeTheBanker.info. We did not have a lot of phone calls, but we can take calls on it anytime. But the point is, you know, it's such a simple concept. There are not a lot of questions, except one guy said, why is it better than just putting money in an IRA? I don't think it is better. I think it's different. I'm not saying people shouldn't have an IRA, but what do you think?
Right. Well, I mean, the taxation element. See, the Become the Banker policy is totally tax-free.
But you don't get to deduct the money you put in like you do with an IRA.
That is right, but there's no penalties to get your money out like it is with an IRA or a 401k.
Yeah, before 59.5. And also, there's never any income tax if you do it the right way.
Absolutely right.
Whereas with a retirement account, you pay ordinary income.
It's just like night and day, Tom.
Okay.
All the benefits are tax-free, guaranteed, liquid, with no penalties.
But if you have a 401k at work, I think you should max it out. I do not think that qualified plans are bad ideas.
Oh, absolutely. And you're right, Tom. I think, you know, for us, we believe in having a full financial plan. And this is just an element.
A part of it.
A part of it. So we're not saying don't do this, don't do that.
I know.
Have this to be a huge element to it.
I think if you have a 401k at work, that's your first thing. It's really easy. Do it, especially if you have an employer match. If you don't have an employer match, then you can decide if you want to do it or not. But I think that an independent retirement account or a 401k is important. I think this, if you have no other money, should be your next thing because you can pay as little as $250 a month to build up your cash. Now, obviously, at $250 a month, it's going to take a while to build up enough to borrow.
That is right.
Have you had people do the minimum like that?
Well, absolutely.
Okay, so how long does it take them before they can start borrowing on it like a credit card? A year or two?
About a year.
Yeah, because they have, in a year, they'll have some money.
That's right.
And they can make small purchases for their apartment or whatever.
Right, right. Or they can pay off a tiny credit card and then pay themselves back. and make the policy even grow faster.
Yeah, and to be on that point, Tom, you know, something that we do when we sit down with our clients is we want to help build this plan around them. So if people have debts, we can truly get people out of debt in 9 years or less, including their mortgage. And this is
using this money.
Using this money. And what we find a lot of times is people are overpaying their credit cards, they're overpaying these debts.
Do you go over that in the seminar on the 9 years or less in debt? Because that to me sounds almost impossible. If you're in debt, you can structure this, but they have to have enough money to put away.
You're right. Yeah. That's the key.
Okay.
That is the key. You have to have enough money to put into the policy to be able to start paying off the debt.
Okay, so
we got to play that voicemail.
Let's play the voicemail right now. The guy. Now, here's what happened. He said that they have to give you notice on searches, and I said not if they get a search warrant. They have to give you notice of a normal procedural search if they're coming to look for code violations, but not for a suspected crime. And this guy insisted that they were breaking their rules. And so he got so pissed because I might have called him a moron or something or an idiot, but I don't, listen, whenever I do that, what should I say? He did sound like a moron. Go ahead. Here's the voicemail he left for me.
Mr. Cates, my name is Robert Cates. I called you on your radio program and tried to explain to you the laws in the Commerce City Code. Anyway, you called me idiot on air. I want you to go ahead and read this. I'd like to speak with you in person. I don't care where, how. I'd like you to read what I have. And then I expect a formal apology on air. If I don't hear back from you within the 24 hours, I'll give you 48. I'm going to file a slander suit against you for calling me an idiot on air.
Okay.
My phone number is 720.
Oh, no, don't let him. I don't want to hear that. Okay. Now, this guy...
You're too kind. Why'd you cut that?
No, I don't want his number on. This guy wants to hear from me. Within 48 hours, he's going to file a suit for slander. What are the damages of me calling him an idiot?
But he left that
by the way, is
over the
opinion.
weekend. You might have already run out of time.
My opinion is you are an idiot. Did he leave a number? Would you call him, Suzanne, see if he wants to come on? Because here's what I want to do.
I don't know if he did or not.
He left a number at the end. Would you, in a friendly way, call him and say, seriously now, Suzanne, seriously, I will not call him names. I will let him discuss this issue once again. We'll do it in a very formal way. He'll say something and I'll say something. Tell him I'll give him the utmost respect. 303-713-TALK. Mike, I promise you we'll come to you after this. There was another woman who was on the phone, and she hung up, but she talked about her dog dying from dental work, and I was hoping she'd stay on because that bordered on a really serious call, and I don't know what he's getting at. Genesis Total Exteriors will do home improvements for ease of mind. You don't have to worry about him taking money and running. I've known Genesis for 25 years. This guy is golden. Mark Szymanski. Yes, if you want indoor or outdoor home improvements, you won't do better than Genesis, Mark. And he has, by the way, wind damage out the nose that he's fixing. He can take all of your wind damage and storm damage in one claim and fix all of the gutters, painting, fences, decks, windows, siding, whatever happened, whatever was damaged, your roof from the wind, he can do it all in one estimate and take care of it. 303-679-8509. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
This report is brought to you by the Blood.
We're going to try to get it for 4?
Okay, I forgot. So I can take them. I mean, right now. Who's coming up? What'd you do? What'd you forget?
Country Drive from Genesee traveling out west. I-25 easily up to...
Do you see that oldest woman in the world?
I don't understand how you lost a little bit of gas. I lost the gas cap.
Oh my God, no, hardly any gas came out clean. I was shocked. It was only the smart down.
They should put the gas cap at the bottom of the wheel.
No, they should have a chain. Oh, that's a good idea.
There is a
chain. They should have a chain.
There was a chain on it. The 150.
Oh,
but the guy.
Oh, that would go pump, 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 pump.
I didn't get up there because it's
You're right. You could still keep the chain. The cap would still be up, but you wouldn't lose.
No, you put the chain on the inside.
And I went back the taxiway. I drove Jason on the ramp. I couldn't see anything anywhere.
Oh, so it's gone.
Oh shit! Yeah, I had to order a new one, $48.
Oh, I thought you like left it where you gassed up.
Just put a rag in it.
That's good.
Right up. We took off out of
See, my
Gallup
car's got a rag.
and didn't get 5 minutes out, and the right tank was empty.
I can't believe, and I was doing giant turns. I was doing, and I mean really steep, because I was showing this guy how it flies.
Think about the negative pressure on the top of the wing. I wouldn't know.
You're doing some writing.
God, ours was 5 minutes and it was empty.
Do you know I didn't even have to refuel? It lost such little fuel.
That's great.
It taught me about
Now I have 2 wings, so even if it did empty,
Yeah, it was 2, and we lost out of 1. Thank God, or we'd gone down.
But man, that little home is so cool.
They can help.
I got to take invitation.
There must be, they must have designed something right there to not create that negative pressure.
Doesn't it look cool, that little plane?
How big is it?
It's just a little 2-seater, but it's got a lot of room. But what's cool about it, freaking technology is unbelievable. It's got autopilot, it's got a glass cockpit, it's got, I mean, truly.
Is it touchscreen?
Yes. No. It's got touch buttons near it for contextual menus. So when you go to a function, all the menus show up with those buttons. The one generation over this is all touchscreen. All touchscreen. But you know what's great is you do your transponder there. You do everything on one screen. You don't have any instruments or radios. Everything is done through there.
It's like an iPad.
Yeah, it is
so cool.
How long have you been flying, Tom?
That
I
little
don't
plane?
just in
Oh,
life.
I don't know, like 43 years.
Okay, well, so yeah, definitely got some good experience.
That little plane looks like something out of Star Wars.
I
too.
know,
It
it's
has such a cool shape to it.
Really?
Well, no, it's not sexy looking like the other ones. Some of them are really cool.
Well, it's got its own. It's got its own little R2D2 charm.
If you look on the computer there, on the you can just look at it here.
Right.
It's just called a CT. It's called a CTLS. I think if you did that, you'll get images. Although there's a motorcycle known as that. If I do flight design,
I really think, you know how R2D2's. It's got that kind of Star Wars charm to it, I think.
You see, Libya is a big another terrorist. Every time we go to a country,
It's not.
take out the list.
It doesn't look fast.
it is fast, though, 120 knots.
Really? Okay.
I mean, they're, you know,
Well, we didn't say
they're holding them together.
we have to bomb
Isn't
it.
it cute? Isn't it cute? Yeah, look at that
You mean the
cockpit.
one
That's
we
all
just
it's
came
got.
out
It's got giant screens.
Serious.
Oh, it's a cute
Libya's the one that Obama did.
Doesn't it look
Yeah,
dude. It's got a little stubby nose. That's what I mean. It doesn't look.
He was a bad guy, but he was not bad to people.
That was nice. Hey, you know,
I bought it just for fun and so the kids could learn.
we have one of your listeners,
You don't like
Mark
Kurds?
White.
Curzon Way?
He's from Public Springs. He bought policy already.
Little Jack Hornets.
And he put 130 pounds.
When I was growing up, and I hear
You know, he went to state finance.
I always thought they were saying the president was going to have a state dinner.
He put 65,000. It was like last week. 65,000.
So you think that nursery rhyme of famous Muppet?
You know, don't worry about it. I bet you we can get it in.
Eating her curds.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's talk to Brett Ivinson for custom term loans. You know, rates are inching up, and they have, of course, the interest rate guarantee. That's the most important thing. But custom terms are very important, Brent.
Well, they are. You know, Tom, we've had so many of our clients. We've been lending in Colorado since 2001, and we've come through this period of record low rates. And as we went back to clients that have dealt with us in the past who were at 5 and 6%, we asked the question why they weren't taking advantage. And the thing we got again and again is that they didn't want to give up the progress they had already made in paying down their current mortgage. And so that's how our custom term mortgage was born. This was really out of necessity to help serve our clients. So gone are the days where refinancing means starting over on a whole new home loan and losing the progress you've already made. You can keep moving forward, pay your house off as scheduled originally, but do it with a lower interest rate and a lower monthly payment while still paying your house off as scheduled from your original date.
Now, we're talking about not just 15 and 30 when we say custom, like 23, right?
That's right.
Or you do 27.
Yep, 12.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool. Brett Ivinson is the owner of Ideal Home Loans. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. That's 303-867-7000. Neil, what's on your mind, Neil?
Right, Tom. I've been listening to you for almost 40 years
Oh,
now.
man. So thank you.
I think you're great, but are you getting just a little bit, maybe, and don't get angry now.
I'm not going to get
I know
angry.
You're upset.
I'm not going to.
A little Alzheimer's once in a while?
I am getting a little forgetful. Yes, I am. You know what? I'm going to admit that. Every once in a while I forget something.
No, I understand. I am too. I'm 73 now, and I can't believe what happened to time.
You know what happens to me, Neil, more than anything? And seriously, I mean, I keep myself in really good shape and eat well, but I have found that like a recall of a name or something, it's just like all of a sudden I'm thinking, shoot, what's that name? But that's all. But anyway, what have you noticed, though, on the air? That's what's of more concern. What have you noticed?
No, just a little, but it's probably aging now. Okay, but you still seem in great shape.
Well,
though.
Neil, thank you very much for bringing up my frailties. It keeps me human. I like that very much. But Neil, you had an ACH concern. I'm sorry. Let's talk about that. What about the ACH, Neil?
Okay, first of all, I want to just put a big kudo in for Honest Accurate.
Good.
Okay?
They're good people. Good people.
I had a bunch of work on my Plymouth Laser, which is in disguise, it's really a Mitsubishi, 1990, almost 30 years old.
Wow. So okay, Honest Accurate Auto, good people. We put the kudos in for them. So tell me about the ACH concern.
Now I'm so worried. You brought up ACH.
Right.
Well, I have a bunch of things that are taken out automatically.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that if you authorize it.
Yes. But you're saying now that anybody can get into the account if they're dishonest and clean me out?
That's right. Well, yes. I mean, if they have your routing number and account number, anyone you write a check to can use that information to clean you out. Yes, the answer is yes.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Neil, it hasn't happened, but it can. I mean that. I mean, but like Mark said, if it's truly fraudulent, most banks will stand behind it and put the money back.
I hope so, because I'm with the Federal Credit Union for about 39 years.
What's your account number?
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, Neil. I never give out my account number, but my okay, so if you go to vectorbank.com, I'm TMart53 for when I was born, and then my password is capital PASSW, but here's the tricky part, 0RD. So I never get hacked. Ravenel, what's happening?
Hi, Mr. Martino. Thank you for your service.
Your dog, let's just get right to it, died after dental work. And are you blaming the dental work?
Sir, I had 2 dogs to die from dental work at the same place.
At the same time?
No, the younger one that had her teeth cleaned, they hurt her. It was a Pekingese.
Yeah.
They hurt her throat, and then she couldn't breathe after, so I had to have her put down.
And then what about the other one?
Then I took Jack in and had his teeth cleaned.
And what happened to Jack?
He died in my arms.
But when? How far after the dental work?
About 4 weeks.
Well, how do you attribute it, though, 4 weeks after dental work? How do you attribute that to the dental work?
Well, I guess I'm not calling so much about that as I am the price. They charged me $3,500
for what?
For Jack.
For the dental work?
What do you get, dentures?
$2,990.
All right,
$2,985.
Hold on a sec. I don't know how somebody spends $3,000 on dental work. But hold on. Now, I don't understand this. You're complaining about the price. He died. I don't know if it was connected, but why didn't you complain about the price before he died? How did he die?
You know, so many people...
Implants aren't cheap. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. How does this happen? Was he sick? What happened? Because there's so many questions from it. So many questions.
You know, people take their dog and have their teeth cleaned when they have bad breath. They have bad breath.
Yeah.
When they have cancer and stuff, too.
I have 2 dogs that died within a week.
Having teeth cleaned?
No.
Oh, just to die.
One that didn't work.
It's not something you can ever do on your own. So if
But because they don't sweat like we do, they sweat through their mouth. They can have real bad breath from all sorts of illnesses, and they can't get their teeth cleaned.
Don't let someone get away with it. If they think that you have all kinds of losses, you can't work, you have problems as a result. His website, johnrfuller.com. johnrfuller.com. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Look for John
Your
Fuller.
dogs become your kids and your family.
Well, they do. They do.
Yeah, Dan, don't, when it comes to the stem cell stuff, don't answer these questions anymore. I don't want you guys, no.
So I said, let me forward to you what I sent.
This one is highly technical, and they inject growth hormones, they're growth factors, and they're
Waffle House restaurant in Tennessee early.
I misspoke.
If they're complaining, I tell you,
you know what, we just have to be on our toes. All I'm saying is, people can nail us, and also technically.
So when I dropped off Pooh today, they wanted to clean his teeth, and I said, absolutely not, he's too old. They put them to sleep.
Boo.
Yeah.
Our cat.
That big fat
Really,
cat.
that's the only thing you said.
And
Her cat's the size of a potbelly pig.
Unless they know what they're doing, animals die all the time getting their teeth cleaned.
Yeah, but usually right then and there, not 4 weeks later.
Right, it's from the,
sweat through their skin.
Where's my phone?
Everything comes through the mouth.
Yeah.
When they're very ill, they have bad breath.
Okay, Daphne, I'm sorry to have to tell you this. My phone is downstairs, I think.
You just now realized your
No, I don't think so.
No, I need it.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You haven't had it the whole show.
The whole show?
But I need it.
That is
Why?
weird.
Well, it's not an emergency, but
I know, but
it's
it's weird that you didn't
It's usually
only 2 people I care about.
It's usually here, and I didn't see it.
I will get. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I would love it. Thank you.
I'm not asking why.
Dan, I can still refer, without answering any questions, the Attorney General's office has taken on the Stem Cell Institute of America. I contacted them, and Dr. Centeno did.
Oh, I said that.
And they're going to investigate it. But they don't have victims yet. And so anybody who says that they...
Well, I sent that to you.
Yeah, okay. So we don't have to ask them anything. We can just refer their name and stuff.
I'd ask Tom on it.
Okay. Because we just refer them to the Attorney General's office, that gets us, kind of takes us out of it, doesn't it?
Fair and balanced.
The clock is ticking. Every day you put off buying life insurance can cost you big time. The older you get, the more you'll have to pay. And a sudden accident or unexpected illness could cause your rates to skyrocket or even make you uninsurable. Beat the clock. Call Select Quote now. No hassle, no obligation. In minutes, you'll have a choice of your best rates from up to 10 highly rated life insurance companies. Richard, 40 years old, takes meds to control his cholesterol. Still,
Because
Select
I
Quote.
went to a seminar, and they're trying to figure out something.
Yeah.
And the Attorney General's office says using the term stem cells, if there isn't any, is false advertising.
Could be, yes.
So that's the approach they're going to take.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get technical about anything if people think that they were not. They got an investigator assigned, a guy named Jason.
Yeah. I just forward any complaints coming in on any of them. Right to Centeno.
Jason just has to go to the radio and listen to it.
What do you mean?
Well, they say on there stem cells on the radio. Go to one of their conferences.
Yeah, but I think, okay, it comes down to if they're alive or dead or whatever, though. I mean, are they saying alive stem cells? I don't know.
Do they say that? I've never been to one of their things.
Did you find your phone? No,
So Tom, you got what I said. You want me to say anything else, or just drop it off there?
I'm going to write to them. Are we offline still?
Yeah, no.
As owner Scott Skiba joins Steve Miller to tell you foods, tops, the drinks local, and the staff like a second family. 1 to 2 Saturday on 630 KHOW.
LifeCertain Wealth Strategies provides financial planning with a focus on forward-looking tax mitigation strategies for those in or near retirement in Colorado. LifeCertain Wealth Strategies. Discover the fiduciary difference. Visit lifecertain.com today to begin your planning.
Can we all agree that moms are pretty awesome? Angie, the producer here. My mom taught me how to be strong, independent, and of course, still be a lady. This Mother's Day, show your appreciation by giving your mom the gift of thicker, stronger, longer, and healthier hair. For a limited time only, Ovation Hair is offering a variety of exclusive Mother's Day gift sets. Choose from color therapy, volume, or their one-of-a-kind cell therapy system for an unbelievable price of $42.95. That's over $100 in savings. My mom and I have the same problem. We both have really thin hair. Ovation has worked for me, so I know she'll love it and it'll work for her too. That's why I'm taking advantage of this special price and stocking up for the both of us, and you should too. These exclusive sets are only available from now until May 10th. So hurry to ovationhair.com to save $100 on a Mother's Day gift set. Why wait? Join me and over 1 million happy Ovation customers worldwide. That's ovationhair.com. Do it for Mom.
Oh, long time no see. It's me, the Rock t-shirt in the back of your closet. Dude, remember? You crowd surfed in me, man.
I wonder if that's their whole... I'm just surprised no one in the country hasn't gone
That's
after
what they did to Jesse. They said, oh yeah, we have stem cells, and they showed this test. And it literally showed that they found 2 living stem cells in there, 2. Now,
Strong little guys.
among hundreds of millions.
Yeah, I know.
So wouldn't that be against FDA if there was 2 living stem cells?
Why would it be against?
Because you can't transfer stem cells?
No. The reason you can't transfer them is not because they're stem cells. It's because in order to transfer stem cells and have them live at the other end, they have to be concentrated. And you're not allowed to concentrate them.
But I thought you couldn't take stem cells from another person over into...
Forgot to
Yes,
bring,
you can.
I have
You
those
can,
cups
just
with
like
the
you
lid
can
over
blood.
there.
The thing that's illegal, Dan,
Downstairs.
is not...
I'll go grab one.
Or just grab one up here.
Is that in order to do it the right way,
You'll spill it. There is no doubt
I
you'll
know,
spill
I
it.
you
brought
have
them
to get
downstairs
enough
for
of them
just this tonight.
and freeze them. I don't
never
know why
not spilled.
they don't live.
Did they say 40 million or 400,000?
I got that written down somewhere. I think it's 440 million, something like that.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Simply the most superior garage door service you will have, whether it comes to springs or doors themselves or the openers. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. He runs it, I say, in a laughing manner. He runs it like the military. They're clean cut, they're ethical, they're honest, they're straightforward. You love the way they do business. If you have these guys, you will know you have the best. They adjust it and make it right and inspect it free of charge if you ask for the Martino special. New openers are just $333 starting with Wi-Fi technology, battery backup. And we used the battery backup during an outage recently, and boy, did that come in handy. 303-565-6409. OneClearChoiceStores.com. Okay, let's keep going here. Become the Banker is one of our guests. We have a question for him, and we'll go on to your other calls, problems, complaints, and follow-ups, including the dental work done by a dentist that we're investigating, or by a veterinarian. She said the dog died, and then the cost was outrageous. Eric, you have a question for Become the Banker, which is my bank, my money, my way. So what is your question?
So, thanks for taking me.
Yes.
I have a rental property, and it has a little bit of cash flow to it, but early on you said something about having debt and kind of accelerating that. I'd love to pay off the property, the mortgage that's on it, quicker, and I'm wondering if that would be a good tool, or what this company is.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea. Good question. Can I ask you something? How much of a loan do you have?
So I have $120,000.
Loan,
and
okay.
The property is worth about $200,000.
Okay, and it is a rental. And how much money do you have elsewhere, liquid?
I have about $3,000 in the bank currently.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of within that business side of it.
And how much? You mean to your name or 3,000 in that LLC?
Just in the LLC. I do have it in the LLC currently.
Okay, and how much money do you make a year, total, with everything, all your sources of income? What do you make?
About $100,000.
Okay, so, Joe, how would you structure this so a guy would have that much money to borrow for a rental? I mean, it would take a while.
It will take a little while.
Tell me what you would do with a guy like this. $100,000, he's got about $3,000 liquid for that LLC. I don't know.
Eric, are you overpaying any debts, like maybe credit cards and things like that?
I'm one of those people that really likes to pay off my credit card right away, so I'm debt free as much as possible.
Good.
Okay, normally, Eric, what we do is we need to fund the policy with enough money to be able to have it grow and get you out of debt in about 9.5 years.
But that's if you got a guy strapped with debt. This guy has one mortgage.
Right, but I mean just one mortgage. So, you know,
well,
we can
probably have 2 mortgages, but I was thinking of it for my business side of it. I do own my own personal property, too.
Okay, but how much, let me ask you something. If he was going to, Joe, if he was going to get a policy, a normal policy to save up that money, I mean, I would think it takes you damn near 9 years to save up the money, let alone pay off debt. So you got to explain way more to me than that. I don't understand it. So I go in day one, and this guy's got $120,000 on this one. What do you have on your other mortgage, sir?
$260,000. And
okay.
That property is worth about $450,000.
Okay, so he has a total. Let's just add it up. He has no credit card debt, but I'm sure you have people that come in with $360,000 worth of debt, right?
Easily.
Yeah, okay, so tell me, he's got $360,000. He's asking you how to get out of debt in 9 years. I can't even see how he can damn near save that much and let alone get out of debt. So tell me how he does it.
You know, a lot of it just comes with his cash flow. You know,
tell me.
Yeah, so depending on
straight
what
up,
kind of
how
money
does he do it?
You're going to have to put, you know, maybe probably about, you know, we see a lot of people put like, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 away each year as a premium towards this policy. On top of that, if you had any lump sum like that $3,000 or maybe even outside of the LLC in a personal, you know, in his personal accounts.
But if we do the math, and honest to goodness, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I want to talk in more than platitudes. I want to say if he puts even $6,000 in premiums away a year times 12, that's 6,000. Sorry, times 12 equals $72,000, right?
Right. That'd be like $72,000.
Oh no,
over 12 years.
Over 12 years.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I'm saying, excuse me. So you're saying $6,000 a month or $6,000 a year?
Well, it depends. You know, we have people that do as much as like, you know,
but
let's just say in this case,
but
this guy,
normal. How much? $6,000 a year.
$6,000 a year to be an average case.
So he put away $72,000. That's not close to paying off $260,000.
Keep in mind, he's going to still be making his payments on his mortgage too. So there's going to be a certain point between his mortgage and the policy growth that it's going to meet a break even, where there's enough to borrow out of his
because that money is going to be growing tax free. So that $72,000 that he puts away, what will that be worth in 9 years?
You know, we're not looking at his age. It's not a straight shot. You know, that's why we want to have people sit down and meet with us, because age, health, sex, it all plays factors.
Here's what I want to ask, guys, and this is just straight up.
Absolutely.
If you say to me, yeah, Tom, you can get out of debt in 9 years with this policy, but you got to put away $10,000 a year, and I say, I don't have $10,000 to put away. I mean, isn't it possible that they got into debt because they don't have money? So how did they get out of debt if they don't have money? Is what I'm asking is straight up, what is the plan?
The plan is we have a debt report. We put all their debts together.
Okay.
And this is where we show them a roadmap. You know, we tackle each debt and snowball each debt. And as we snowball it through the policy.
So you do one debt at a time?
One debt at a time.
Maximum.
Maximum. Hit it out. Use that money that
So highest interest rate, whatever first, right?
So there's, for lack of a better term and an overused term, there's an algorithm. So
we have it all,
you literally target one debt and get that paid.
Yep, and then use that cash flow that was getting spent on that one debt
and do the other.
Redirect it to the policy. And pay the next debt.
But are you spending more than you would normally?
Spending more through the policy?
You have to, because you have to add. In other words, if he just makes his monthly payments on his mortgages.
As I say, he's going to be a unique situation for him because he only has that one debt.
Yeah, but
so you're right.
But it's better, literally better, if people have
More debt.
Smaller debts is what you're saying, so they can see progress. But
exactly.
But if a guy came to you with just a mortgage, let's just say the 120, what's the best way for him to pay that off with this policy? The best way would be if he had a lump sum to put in it.
Absolutely. If he had the lump sum,
then borrow it
and pay it off. And we've
then
had a lot
pay
of
it
people
off.
do that.
Then if you pay it off, you then get to have that money grow, and you get most of the interest.
Yep. So you have the house free and clear as well as the.
That's why I asked if you had a lump sum. Eric, do you have a lump sum that you could put down?
No, not really.
Okay.
I do have some rocks and things of that nature, but I'm
Which
not
we
gonna
would,
pull
we would want
money
to
out of that.
No, you don't touch those. So in this particular case, this may not be the ideal scenario for paying off that mortgage.
Right, ideal. And that's something, again, Eric, it's just something we want you to, maybe even give us a chance of just sitting down and looking at your full situation, because over the air it's a little hard to, give a haircut,
But here's the deal. Here's the real deal, people, I'm trying to get across, is that if you have one mortgage, what Joe tries to do is redirect money that you have. If you simply don't have any money whatsoever and you're not making a lot of money, there's no way that you're going to pay off your mortgage in 9 years. I'm sorry. There's just no way. It's for people who have income. You don't have to have a lot even, but you have some income, you have some high interest debt, and you have maybe a little money in the bank. They show you how to most efficiently redirect that money. Would that be a good way of putting it? They tell you how to efficiently redirect their assets in the most efficient way. That's the way I would put it.
Absolutely. And the best thing is that we try to limit the lost opportunity costs.
Right.
Because, if you
exactly. And if you're already paying high interest, why bother paying high interest to someone else when you can pay it to yourself? Exactly. But this is predicated on you having some income and having some money in the bank, because otherwise, I don't want you guys getting a call from a bunch of people making minimum wage saying, okay, I got $60,000 worth of debt. How am I going to get out of debt?
Right. Absolutely. Tom,
it's redirecting their assets.
Over the weekend,
income.
We met with a couple, and they had one mortgage.
Okay.
And they had several little debts.
Okay.
But they decided to put $1,000 a month
extra
into the policy.
Right.
And she put a, $4,000 lump sum.
Right.
To pay off, like she had a Subaru that needed to be paid off, and just the small bills. And all the money that she was paying to those banks and credit cards, we got it back. And normally,
how long would this woman
be? 5 years.
5 years, they'll be out of debt.
5 years.
Okay. No, I believe it. Don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to do, though, is show people you're not snake oil salesmen. You're not trying to tell somebody without any money that they're going to get out of debt in 9 years. You have to have a plan for the money you have. So people, the very first thing is get some income, okay, and save some money. You can see these guys. You don't have to have a lump sum. You can see these guys if you're saving some money or you want to save some money. But you have to be at least willing to put away $250 a month at the bare minimum, in addition to everything else, right?
That is correct.
Okay, and if you do that, this is a great plan. But we want you to think about what to do with your income. Okay, if you don't have income, get some income. And obviously, while you're trying to get out of debt, don't make new debt. That's the other thing if you're getting on this plan. But these guys are for real, but you have to have they give you a plan to follow, and you have to follow it. So when they're not here, they're at 779-6600, and that's 303. 779-6600. Alaramas Pro Auto Care has a free alignment check for 5 callers each location. Now, this is not walking around the car and kicking the tires. This is putting it on a rack and measuring, and this can preserve your car because alignment does a lot of wear if it's out. Al, how much? It's free? Totally? Totally free. Well, I know. I thought, I keep thinking it's like I'm talking to him like he's here. Al, we're talking totally free. 5 callers.
Here's the thing. You mentioned about tire wear, and that's such a big deal because tires are expensive, but it also affects your braking, your stability, and things like that. And people overlook it. These streets are beating up your suspension. The right way to do it is to measure all 4 wheels, and I'm doing this on all passenger vehicles and light trucks. And that's what I'll do for 5 callers each location. It's about a $60 value to do that. It's no charge, nothing attached. Just come on in, let us measure it.
Okay, that's a
let us
good
talk
deal,
to you.
especially this time of year coming out of the winter because things have been shaken up a bit and with the potholes and the ice clumps and stuff. Okay, it's 303 Pro Auto, 2 locations near Evans and I-25 and near Bowles and Santa Fe. 303 Pro Auto and the website 303proauto.com.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
They're waiting for them to come up on broadband. Want to talk about space today? Guys, these kinds of discussions are good, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
It
Yeah,
shows it's not
I love it.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're not, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, we get it.
I just want to talk specifics.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I would love for you to have, next time you come in, a person come with you.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Not Paula.
I
I love Paula.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
not
yeah.
her. She's not typical. I want a typical person who is doing something with this guy.
Okay, let me tell you something. I know somebody that you know, okay? In fact, I'm gonna be meeting with him at 4:30 today. His name is Brian.
I would love to have someone
No,
come in.
he's
Don't
the
you
guy
think that would be great, Mark?
He's an automotive guy, a real
Brian
deal.
Grossi.
Brian Grossi,
Let's have
and his wife, Lisa.
I would
Okay,
love it.
they are going to be with me this afternoon. We're going to do a debt report.
Just in the rock broadband, though. I don't want to get up.
He might not want to do that, though.
I don't know.
On air.
Maybe he'll ask.
I'll ask him today.
Yeah, that could be weird for him because he comes in for card day. I don't know. It's up to him.
He's on the seminar.
I don't know if he wants to talk about his dad.
Oh, we don't have to talk. We don't even have to talk. That's although
it would be good to get someone you could know.
Yeah, and it's up to him. We can always get up to people. We got listeners that we sat down with and told them that probably come on air.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we have some good ones.
You heard Suzanne couldn't get a hold of the guy that wanted an apology.
Yeah, you better get that going, man. You're running late.
She couldn't get a hold of him.
That's 24, I mean 40.
I'll give you 48 if it's not 24.
Okay, Mark. Let me see here. You want the dates for the next seminar so you can plug me in?
Yeah, email them though. Well, I know the ones this month. I already got
I'm talking
them.
about the next
Yeah, your spots start tomorrow on these coming up.
Really?
When are your seminars, guys? I gotta.
Yeah,
Thursday and Saturday. If it's
Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah, so Thursday at 6:30 and then 10:30.
Centennial,
a.m. on
Thursday.
Saturday.
May 24th, and
Yeah, just email it over.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll email. Where it's right now.
I got it, yeah.
Let's email it.
I just emailed it to you right now.
24th and 26th.
In 2024,
So you're gonna have to do the week before.
Yeah.
Or someplace, you know. I'd like to have it at least maybe a week.
I do like 7 weekdays before. This one's a little tight because I just got it.
No coding experience required. Apply.
But it actually worked out good because you guys are in debt.
Yeah, right. No, that's what we need to be. We need to be before the 7th, right?
ALOSSY.com.
Michael Brown, afternoons 4 to 7.
Walmart is letting employees wear jeans and hoping that they'll retain them and even bring in some new ones. But if it's so casual, how will we know who works?
I'm going to write out the
Monday at
whole
4
thing
o'clock
before we
before
have to
River
do
Talk Radio.
because I won't be here Friday. I don't feel comfortable, right? Doing everything. Yeah, Thursday.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Ravenel, back to you and this problem with the dog. Now, Ravenel, I'm going to ask some very basic questions because this can tend to get complicated. You had your dog's teeth cleaned when? What was the approximate date?
I had Princess's teeth cleaned.
The one we're talking about now, the most recent one.
Okay, his teeth was cleaned January the 18th, 2018.
Okay, January 18th, 2018. And 4 weeks later, he died. Is that right?
Yes, sir, because he couldn't eat.
I understand. Now, when you took him home on the 19th or and day after day, did he have problems from the very beginning?
He would just lay around. He
was lethargic?
Get up and yes,
okay.
Very lethargic.
And he did not eat?
No, sir.
Okay, and did you then take him back to that vet or another vet and say, hey, there is something wrong with my dog?
They told me they would call me whenever he needed to come back in, and they never called.
Did you take him to another vet?
No, sir.
Okay. So did he keep getting worse and worse?
Yes, sir.
Did it occur to you that you should do something about it?
Well, I called them, and they said, well, give him a few more days, and they even put on the paperwork that they gave me capsules to give him, and they never gave those to me. And also, they said they did extractions, which was $1,107.44, and they gave me the teeth in a box, and that couldn't have been because another dentist, a dog dentist here in town, had already pulled all of Jack's baby teeth. So
how much? How old is this dog?
About 10.
Okay. So what kind of dog?
Pekingese.
Oh,
thoroughbred Pekingese.
Okay. So where does it stand today, and why are you calling today? What is going on now?
The reason I'm calling, sir, I'm 82 years old. I'm a military widow.
Okay.
And I live on a fixed income.
Uh-huh.
And I called them. I paid $1,500 on it already.
Right.
And I called them and asked them if they could please, give me a discount.
Yeah.
On the part that
I understand, dear. It was $3,000 the whole bill.
$3,204.38.
Okay, yeah,
for
okay,
Jack.
yeah, okay. $3,200. And so, do you still owe on the other dog?
No, sir. I have that paid off.
Okay.
That was $3,540.
I understand. Did they say they would give you some kind of deal, especially in light that the dog died?
$350.
And she has to sign, what was it?
A general release of liability, and he died in their office in my arms.
I want you to call this animal attorney. I don't know if she'll take the case, and it might be expensive. She may do it on contingency. I don't know.
Let's call over to the vet's office.
Let's call the vet's office, too. Listen, Ravenel, first of all, I don't know if this is connected or not, this dog dying from the dental work. I don't know if it's connected, but, man, I don't think they should have just kept putting you off like that, saying, don't worry about it, give it a few days. This doesn't sound right. Deputy Clint, was Suzanne?
And then is it fair? She agreed to the price, Tom, and she'd be paying that if the dog were alive. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but if she agreed to the price, is it fair to ask the vet?
Okay, let's
examine. It depends if they killed the dog,
right.
I would say.
Ravenel, did you agree to this $3,200? And I know it's not exact. You did, okay.
Yes, sir.
But I think in light of the fact that this dog died, why I would give her a break. I mean, why not? I mean, first of all, yeah, I mean, look, people deserve to be paid for what they did. I'm not denying that. Deputy Clint.
Right.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
Tom, can I just say something real quickly?
Yes, Joe Chiano, go ahead, sir.
I had actually 2 dogs that passed away within a week.
Of not dental.
No, not dental work,
yeah.
but just to make a point.
Yes.
The vet that I took my dogs, that care for my dogs, there was a balance of $549. You know what they said to me?
What?
You don't have to pay it.
Yeah, $549.
$549 that I could have paid.
Right.
But they told me, don't worry about it. You're going through a lot.
Yeah.
We care about you and we feel sorry. Our hearts go to you.
Yeah.
And they wiped it off the books.
You ever bought that pet insurance? I see it in every vet they sell.
I thought Joe was going to say he should have had become the banker.
The dog should have saved up.
So anyway, hold on, Ravenel. We're going to Deputy Clint. You want to take it on? And listen, I wouldn't let him off the hook so easy about the dog dying. I wouldn't say they're responsible, but come on, man. I hear this is happening a lot. And what is, not from this particular vet, but in general, why do you think? Is it the anesthesia? Is it a big shock to their system? Has anyone else lost a pet after dental? Can you call us and let us know? I would like to know. And Mike, you're calling about workers' comp. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tom, just a couple quick questions.
Yes, sir.
Back on the 14th of December, I messed my shoulder and my hand up.
Okay.
I'm going in tomorrow morning sometime to have my rotator cuff taken care of.
Yeah.
But my hand problem is they're basically saying, well, there's nothing we can do. If you look at your thumb, the fleshy part on the inside of your palm there's 5 bones there.
Yeah.
I messed up 3 of them.
Who says there's nothing you can do?
Well, the workman's comp doctor.
Yeah. You know what? That's because...
right now, I think
Yeah.
I think they're more concentrating on my shoulder and then.
Well, you're allowed to go get an independent idea, opinion. I mean, why don't you?
Well, that's what but what I was thinking in the long-term aspect, after my shoulder's healed and say my hand's still bad.
First of all, I wouldn't let that happen.
Separate the two out.
Well, yeah. First of all, I wouldn't wait. You need to get an independent opinion. You need to get an independent opinion to see if something can be done, and then you need to refute this with workers' comp. Just because a workers' comp doctor says you're at maximum medical improvement or nothing can be done doesn't mean it's true. You have to get someone really good to look at it to give you an opinion, even if it costs you $80 or $100 for an office visit. You have to do it.
That's kind of what I was going to wait until after my shoulder gets done, because that's where 80% of my pain is right now, is in my shoulder and my right hand. As long as I don't do anything with it, it's fine.
I understand, but you could possibly have both things taken care of together, is what I'm saying. And because those who specialize in hands usually do elbows and shoulders. Sometimes they don't. All I'm saying is that we happen to have one of the best in the country here, okay? And they literally are one of the best in the country. So people come here, and they're called hand surgery associates, okay?
Yeah, I'm well aware of those guys.
Phil
Heyman.
Heyman.
Years ago, they took care of my left.
Dr. Phil Heyman is one of the best in the country. There's a procedure that he did on my hand for something that I mean, they're brilliant people. And I interviewed him years ago about all the snowblower accidents, but they're really good. And here's what I'm saying: if you arm yourself with a second opinion, then you go in with facts and you can demand a hearing. I mean, listen, just because it's workers' comp doesn't mean you deserve less medical treatment. They've already taken out liability from the employer. The least they can do is give you the best treatment. Now they don't have to authorize Phil to do it, but they can certainly at least know, wait a minute, there is something you can do. You don't want to be in pain the rest of your life over that if it can be corrected. So go ahead.
They were saying that the reason why my hand was hurting, because in the MRI it said I had arthritis. Well, I've never had pain in my right hand, ever.
Okay. It's obvious that it's too much of a coincidence, isn't it? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I am too. So I'd like to see you get some help. So what I would do first is get a second opinion. You don't even have to tell them, and get something written up. And protect yourself. You got to fight it. You got to fight for yourself.
Well, that's what I was going to do after I get.
Okay, if you want to wait, that's fine. But I wouldn't wait too long, bro. I just wouldn't, because things.
Well, I'm having the surgery on my shoulder tomorrow, so I'm going to be out of commission for at least a week before I can do anything else. So.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, Mike. Listen, call us back if you need help getting through this, okay? Because you really, you do not want to mess around with hands and arms, okay? That's our interface to the world, okay? We have sight, hearing, and touch. Those are the most frequently used in our work, and you don't want to screw with it. Eric has a problem with the floor company. Eric, what's going on, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's happening with is this a hardwood floor?
It's like cheap laminate stuff.
Okay, laminate. Well, not all laminate cheap, but what's going on with it?
So he did like 90% of the work.
Yeah.
Won't show up to do. There's a little hallway. It's like 4 foot by 8 foot, something like that.
Doesn't that suck? Does he have? Did he get paid the whole job?
He did not get paid the whole job.
All right, hold on a sec. Let's talk about how to handle this. If you got a little left, the guy won't do it. You got money due. More on becomethebanker.info as well. I really urge you to go look at that video and let me know what you think.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
I gotta plug this in.
of those brochures, it really doesn't cover shit.
It depends which one you get.
Well, that's true, but then if you get the expensive one, you might as well just pay cash.
I was thinking about getting that for the remaining dogs.
We use Broadview. They're awesome. They're just so far to drive.
I know. Took mine. Deer Creek. Highlands Ranch.
Yeah.
On Facebook it says I use the same vet Tom uses. When my dog was older, they told me there was
What vet? He doesn't even have any pets.
They told me there was a risk of him dying from the bacteria released in his body with dental clean.
I've had
I
so
knew the
many
risk
vets
up
over the
front.
years, I don't even know which one was big. I mean, I've used so many different ones. I never had a favorite. I had a large animal favorite.
But I think they do. Their teeth get so bad when they try to clean them and stuff, it just releases all that.
You know, he's got a friend named
Baked bean teeth.
Yeah, baked bean teeth.
We got a friend named Jan, who's a vet, and when dogs have bad breath, people bring them in for.
A lot of times that's cancer, man.
It's a lot of other things.
I give them Tic Tacs.
It can be almost anything because they don't sweat like we do.
And if your dog sneaks up on you, you take the Tic Tacs to it.
My little, I got two little all black miniature schnauzers. And the female stuck her foot in my boot because there's kind of a smell of blood and everything. It was a Velcro strap. I grabbed onto her.
Oh,
so she's walking around outside backwards, turned back out of this boot for about. Looks hysterical.
Dad, if the cat lost weight, it probably wouldn't have diabetes. Have you ever seen her cat?
I've heard of it.
The cat's probably happy. It doesn't
It's
care.
79 pounds.
I'll tell you what,
79
it
pounds.
would make a Korean family very happy.
It could feed. Forget about the goats you guys were talking about.
79 pounds?
Yeah, close.
The first year, my wife was really concerned they were going to send them to goats and they just eat them. There's a thing in Rwanda where you send a male and female goat. And then they'll have babies, plus they get milk.
That's gotta be right.
And then by the time you send 4 more females,
80 pounds.
it's true, because they need a herd of about 4 or 5 anyway. They can see full beds. Just that little herd of goats, little bit of herd.
What is the fattest cow?
It says this one.
How much is that weigh?
I don't know. I can't find it.
Well, click on it.
First year of the two male female, and 4 years of your each cow.
See, this one's only 39. Hers is twice as big as the fattest cat.
You're backing up.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Become the Banker. We'll talk about the seminars coming up later this week. Eric.
Yes.
Let's talk about this now, okay? What is going on? You paid how much?
I paid $900 and I owe $11.
You owe $1,100. You only paid. Okay.
I owe $200 left. Basically.
Oh, $200. Yeah. Now, for that $200, can you finish or have someone finish what he has left?
I think so. My biggest issue is no one will come out because it's such a it's like it's going to take like a half hour.
That's right.
I'm not going to.
So you're going to have to get. Now, do you have the materials there?
I do. Yes.
Then you're going to have to get a handyman service to come out and do it.
Okay, so that's who I should call?
We have people. We can give you some recommendations off the air. Yes.
Okay.
But that's what you need. As long as you have the materials, then tell this guy to go jump in a lake. But what you do is keep record of everything that you pay. In addition,
take some pictures.
Yeah, and then if he tries to come after you for payment, you'll have it as evidence.
Okay.
So
yeah, and I paid with check, and all the kind of stuff is kind of like reasonable.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, I always try to discern from people how far underwater are you. You know, because if in fact you let's say a lot had to be done and you already paid him everything but $200, that would be a problem. But where did you find this guy?
I found him. He actually did our old house. He did a great job.
Huh.
And that's why I called him back. And it's like I'm at the bottom of his priority list, basically, because it's such a tiny little amount of work. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I'll tell you. Hold on, Mark. Do you want to give him, or does Suzanne know whatchamacallit's number? You know who I'm saying right now, our handyman. Would he do that? Or any of our handymen.
That's kind of such a small job.
I know, but listen, that's the problem. I know it is. It's a problem.
I don't know who'd want to do it. It's just not worth it.
One of our handymen have to be able.
Well, they'll definitely do it. It comes down to the price. I mean, there's no doubt.
How many square feet is it, Eric?
I bought 48 square feet of laminate. I don't even think it's that. I think it's like 40 maybe.
So there's 40 square feet left?
Yeah, I bought 3 boxes. They're like
why did he not do that out of curiosity? Is there a break somewhere? Is it a separate area? What is it?
It's a designated hallway, so it is a separate area. And I don't quite get why when he finished, he didn't just go to Lumber Liquidators and buy 3 more boxes. They have them in stock. It's 10 minutes down the road.
I think we should do you want to give this guy's name out? I mean, I think...
I'd like to give him a nudge before I give him his name out.
Do you want us to do the nudge? Okay, hold on. Deputy Dan, let's give him a nudge. Okay? All right, we'll give him a nudge. Hang on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Speaking of not Deputy Dan, Deputy Clint, I'm sorry, I insulted you. I called you Deputy Dan. Deputy Clinton, what other follow-ups? You had the one about the bumpers. These guys are going around, and they are taking your bumpers and money, and you don't see them again. And so we give that name again so people...
ABC Bumpers.
Okay, that's one name. What's another?
The other thing is this Car Lease Advisors out of Wyoming.
Car Lease Advisors. Now, these are scams from the get-go. They say they're going to relieve you of your lease. Remember this. There is no legal way to do that unless the leasing company does it. The actual leaseor. You can't get out of your lease by subleasing it. It's against the rules.
I see a lot of that in the RV world, I see.
Oh, my God. You're getting so much trouble that way. And these guys, they're lying and cheating to begin with. What are they doing, Clint?
Well, it turns out that the cars they're renting them to, they're their own salesmen. They're not giving an accurate address, so you can't find the car. And she sent a guy to try to repossess the car, so they can't find it.
They can't?
No, but our nudge, what happened is they paid her up. They paid up
the lease, at least.
The lease. They paid up their contract. So
well, the whole thing to the end.
No, they paid up. They got it current. Of
well, that's good. At least that's good. But she should still continue to try to repossess it.
Yep.
So is she without telling them?
Yeah, but she has no idea where the car's at.
No, but eventually it's going to be. I thought that guy in Jersey had it.
Well, we sent a guy out there.
Yeah.
He's not there. He's not at the address that he gave.
God, boy.
He lied, and he's also one of their salesmen.
Did you get interrogatories served to that one clown?
Yes, sir. Dusty Lobsinger has his
Dusty Lobsinger, and Dusty took 15 grand, did nothing.
And he's going to be one step away from a bench warrant if he doesn't fill them out.
Well, I don't want to tell this part.
No, why?
We don't want to give away our secrets.
No, we don't want to give away a secret.
Okay, well,
how about the dead dog ones? Did we get anywhere on there?
The dead
dog. I think Daphne's working on that.
Which one? Oh, the 32
The bad
puppies.
dog food.
Yeah, we had a follow-up when you were not here at the beginning of the show that the FDA has started an investigation.
Oh, wow.
Yep. They're going to do, or the Department of Agriculture.
What was the pet food called?
It might be the Department of Agriculture. It was called, the actual name, Cargill was the manufacturer, but what was the actual name?
Well, it's good enough, Cargill.
But it's a puppy food that they make. I think they only make one puppy food. I don't have the file in front of me. So we have, for the first time today, open lines. You know, usually on a Monday it's way slow. Today started out with a bang, which is pretty good, and now it slowed down toward the third hour here, or in the third hour. 303-713-TALK. You can get right through. 303-713-8255 is our number, and of course you can call 303-MARTINO and get through, and that's 24/7. Joe, let's talk about the seminars. If you want to learn more about Become the Banker, .info, I like to put on there so you look at that. If you want to find out more about it, they do have these seminars, and they can answer questions. You know, there's no way we can cover every detail here. Look, I'm just going to be straight. It may not be for you, but I think it's one of the few investments that's almost for everyone because of the low entry level you can get in. And I want to know about the seminars. When are they?
Okay, Tom.
Thursday.
We're going to have 2 fantastic seminars.
All right.
Thursday the 26th.
That's this Thursday.
In Centennial.
Thursday, and what time?
6:30.
Now, would you call that this Thursday or next Thursday if you were saying that in the vernacular? How would you put it?
This. coming
So would I.
Thursday.
Mark would say next Thursday.
This coming Thursday.
I know, but Mark would say next Thursday because we have had this argument all the time. So when
Technically, I'm right, though.
When we're referring to, when we're referring to Thursday the 26th, is it this Thursday they're having the seminar, or is it next Thursday? It's this Thursday.
I agree.
But technically, really technically, I know what
some of us choose our words better.
Well, okay, Mark.
And then we have another one.
All right, forget that. All right, and that is this Saturday.
This Saturday, the 28th at 10:30 in the morning.
How about if it was Sunday?
So
How about if it was Sunday? What would you say? Would you say
this Sunday? This
next? No. If it was yesterday, let's go back in time to yesterday,
right.
Sunday, and your seminar was
Sunday,
the Saturday coming up, what would you say?
This Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah, so would I.
Not next.
No,
not the next Saturday. No,
hold on. We have the hardwood. We have the contractor on. All right, hold on. We're going to get right to him. Just Thursday at 6:30 and Saturday at what time?
10:30 in the morning.
10:30. To get details, they can go to becomethebanker.org.
No, becomethebanker.info.
Good. Also. Becomethebanker.info, and they can see the video, and you can sign up right on that site.
Absolutely.
All right. So I want to go to Chris. He's the guy that was hired. The good news is he did the job, most of it, and there's one small part left. And Eric simply wanted to know, can we get it done, or can I hire someone to finish it? So, again, this guy, it's not like he didn't do any work. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm all right, and you?
Good. So, really, this is just a really small problem. He just wants it finished.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So he called me up. He's a previous customer of mine.
Sure.
And so I said, yeah, okay, we'll get to that. But we have to have it done. And I threw him in last minute. So we said, I have to have it done by the 16th, Monday the 16th of this month, because I have shoulder surgery. So he ran short of wood. He didn't buy enough wood. So there's a separate part of the floor that's not even connected to the original floor that we just did.
Right.
600 feet or so.
Right.
And it's a small little hallway. And so I told him I could not get to it for 10 to 12 more days because I had the stem cell injections in my shoulder and I can't use it.
So you told him that?
Oh, yes. He understood that, yes.
Did he tell us that on the show?
No,
I didn't hear that.
Hey, Eric, you didn't mention that he said he was going to do it, but it was going to take 10 to 12 days.
Because of surgery.
Eric, did you know this?
So he measured and told me how much wood to buy.
No, I understand. But what about him doing it? Didn't he say?
He didn't tell me anything about these surgeries. He kept saying, we'll get to it Wednesday, we'll get to the next day, we'll get to the next day. And that was fine. I was being very flexible.
Wow.
The place is vacant.
Wow.
So but like I said, if he told me to buy more wood, it wasn't an issue. It was 3 boxes, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, he's not saying that was an issue. He was saying that he has every intention. The good news is he has every intention of finishing it.
I know, and it's going to be enough. Like, he came out the 2nd of April and gave me a quote. It's been weeks. Right now, it's another 2 more weeks.
When is your surgery, or did you already have it, Chris?
No. We did it on Monday.
You did the surgery?
Yes, on Monday the 16th.
What kind of surgery? What kind of surgery did you have?
Stem cell injections in my shoulder. They're both bone on bone.
Okay, I just want to say something. You're not going to want to hear this, Chris, but I got to help you, and I'm dead serious now. Stem cells will not help bone on bone. So I don't know who told you that.
It has already. So yeah, we're good there. I don't need to go any further into that. But yeah.
Yeah, he's lying. He didn't have it. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. If he said that bone on bone and it's better already, he's lying. When you catch a person in a lie, you know it's a lie. And stem cell injection is not surgery, so he's lying again. He is lying. Eric, I don't blame you. He is lying. So we should give out his name. He's not going to finish this job because he's a liar, and I'm going to expose him and his company name if it's not finished. He's a liar. Did you hear how iffy he was about that? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get into that. That's because the guy is lying. I can sense it after doing this for 40 years. Chris is a liar.
What would stem cells do
Give us
for
the name of the
bone-on-bone?
provider of the stem cell. And he says, oh, yeah, it's already working. It's already better. Bone on bone in his shoulders, already getting better from stem cells. First of all, it takes up to 4 months to start helping. So the guy is lying. We caught him in a lie, Eric. I think he is okey-doking you, as Mark would say. Did you get that sense?
Yes, after that part of it.
So don't say I fall for all stories. I give people chances, but the guy's lying. He's lying. So I think, Eric, what you need to do is take appropriate action. Let's see if he does it. He won't, but we'll see. We'll give him a little more time and see if he'll do it. He had bone on bone in his shoulder, and he's going to be doing it now because it's already better. What a frickin' liar. 303-713. Do I owe you a break? Oh, my God, I'm so behind.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
The highway drive in the metro area in pretty good shape right now. Just one crash off highway northbound University.
That's not true, for God's sake.
It says right there on the internet, 10 largest cats. That's one of them.
It must be true then.
Wow. Oh,
It must be true.
Tom, I have not stopped looking at these planes.
That was real. You know that cat would just shred that
You ever
one.
taken a flying lesson?
Once, I tell you what, it was the most exciting thing.
George, let me know when you want to go up in it. I'll take you up in it anytime.
That's awesome. I appreciate it.
No, I'm serious. You tell me when.
Okay.
You gotta call me. When I say that, I'm not bullshitting. You have to call me.
Okay.
And say, what are you doing tomorrow, or what are you doing today, or what are you doing Saturday, and I'll make time.
Where do you go out of, though? Do you go out of Centennial? Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
You will love it. I'll let you know.
All right, absolutely. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, they're cheaper than anybody.
It's not him anymore. That's what was that, Hungarian? What was his name?
It's Alliance Flight Training. I don't know.
Remember that? And you remember that Carl guy that used to Scott? Did he write for you? They have a fantastic team of experts.
They're phased from finding.
Their name says it all.
He beat the cancer. That's good.
That's got to be 4,000 kilowatts.
The guy was lying. Bone on bone. Oh, yeah, it's already better. I don't have to go there. He didn't want to talk details. He's lying. Did you pick up on it?
He could have got it.
He was so evasive.
That's really good.
God, I ran in there. I got a damn victim. I'll talk. We'll talk about that. So we will get.
Hey, don't they put cortisone with that, and that's what makes them feel better?
Well, first of all, cortisone would kill it, so they can't. But they do.
Well, it kills stem cells.
Yeah.
But they don't use it if it's deemed.
You're right.
Two
I don't know
things.
what they put in.
Chris, the hardwood guy, texted him, so you might as well have Eric read the text on the air to finish this one up. We'll have to help him find someone. And then, you know your voicemail guy who loves you so much?
Yeah.
I had a lady call and said she's pretty sure this guy has ran for mayor at least 4 times in Commerce City and is lost.
Oh, man.
So this thing is going, the guy who got the warrant,
No, the voicemail guy with Tom this morning. Did you hear that?
Oh, put this in your bag. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so him calling that idiot on the thing kept him from running again? Because he didn't think he'll win.
Guy's lying.
Liar, liar, cancel.
Bone on bone.
Whenever you find a lie in a little thing, you find a lie in a big thing.
Right.
Are you saying
if he can't, that
You saying if he
Bone
said
never helped.
that his mother looked pretty and really didn't think that he could be lying about everything else. So you're saying a white lie can turn
It's
into
a big lie.
Okay.
Like you are a big liar.
Clint, you're very handsome.
see, subjective, see.
Oh, no.
Hi, Tom Martino. Okay, so this guy
just texted Eric. Okay, what did the liar say, Eric?
Sorry, let me open up the message real quick here. So he said, nice job. It's Downtown's Healthcare. You can call them. I'll have them call Tom Martino right now.
Okay, have him call me. Downtown Healthcare.
Yeah, good luck for you. Good luck on the air or not. Goodbye. Kind of a run-on thing.
He wasn't going to do it anyway. Downtown Healthcare and bone on bone. First of all, it doesn't help. So the guy, and he said he kept calling it surgery. It's not. I don't doubt, by the way, that he had injections. What I doubt
is that it's better now. First of all, he said he did it Monday. How do you have, wait a minute, today is Monday. When did he say?
Monday,
Last
the
Monday.
16th.
So in 1 week, stem cell therapy has magically grown tissue with bone on bone. In fact, here's what I'll do. What's this guy's first name again?
Chris.
I'll bet Chris $10,000 that in an MRI, I'll pay for it. $10,000 that he still is bone on bone if he ever was. What?
Tom, maybe we can help Eric find someone to finish the job.
We have to. We have to appeal.
Yeah.
I want to appeal to you-know-who. I do want to appeal to him and ask him. And you look at, you're going to have to pay for it.
What area is this guy
He's
in?
not going to do it for $200. They can't. But you can get it done.
What area
are you in?
So
general area.
Red Rocks Amphitheater, Red Rocks.
It's not that
area.
far. Red Rocks, it's west. Now, so listen.
No, it's not like
Listen, man.
Fort Morgan. Or...
also, Downtown Healthcare. Look them up as far as stem cells.
Yeah, I'm on their website.
Are they chiropractors?
No. I mean, I don't think
they
they're
doctors?
chiropractors.
Okay. Maybe they do. If they do living stem cells, it still wouldn't work them. Still wouldn't work. I mean, in a week and on bone, both cases, even if it was genuine. But let me see. I'm going to look it up here. Anyway, Eric.
Other issue. He ripped up the carpet and pad, and there's like a little patio in the condo. He like left it all out there, so that still has to get thrown away too.
Okay, I'm going to meet.
Well, don't you have a dumpster?
We do. We can take it down to the dumpster, but it's.
Okay, they're chiropractors, Downtown Healthcare.
Apparently,
and
like,
masseuses.
hey guys,
Yeah.
I just had some inside info who said, you know, Mandy Connell, Willie B, they all use these
I
folks
understand.
for
They
the
do
stem cell stuff.
They do their commercials, but okay. But here's the deal. Unless they have living stem cells, it's not stem cell therapy. Wouldn't that be logical?
That's right,
I'm not
Tom.
saying they're bad guys. First of all, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the patient. If he had it done on Monday, it's not going to get better in a week. And if they told him they could help bone on bone, I doubt it. I'm saying this guy's a liar. I'm not saying they're liars because I don't believe they would ever tell anybody that. Ever. There. How about that? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk. What is going on in your life? And how can we help you? We got James. James, what's going on with you, James?
Hey, Tom. So my wife and I continue to get text messages regarding, I can read the text message to you. Hang on just a second.
Okay.
Compliance notice. Your student loan servicer is mandated to notify you of the government loan forgiveness program.
Yeah, all that is solicitation because they want to refinance your loan. There's no forgiveness whatsoever.
Is there any way to get them to keep from contacting us?
Well, you can block the number. You can block the number.
Okay.
Yeah, just block it. You'll never hear from them again. Here's the deal, James. When you called them, what did they say? By the way, do you have student loans?
I do.
And what did they say?
The first thing they ask is for your FSA ID or your loan number, or they ask for your student ID number.
Okay.
So
most of these places are looking.
Probably.
Now, there are some cases that do have, where people have their loans forgiven. We had one done, but the guy they had 80,000 forgiven because they went into nursing. But this is done directly by you, directly to the student loan people. You don't have to use somebody to do it. But beware of all of those. Thank you for telling us. Those people that say they're doing that, that's all a bunch of bull. Okay, remember, becomethebankteller.info. And if you need to talk to them, 303-779-6600. Save all your problems for me.
Squeak Services.
Hey, they're all chiropractors.
Listen, they're doing the same thing. They're being
But it says stem cell treatment on the other things
they all do, though. They all do. And it's going to be, here's the problem. It's going to be a debate the rest of our lives because the FDA is not doing anything. But don't you think in order to have stem cells, you have stem cells, right? Isn't that logical?
I can't remember.
But they do have some stem cells, remember? Like you said, they found one. So therefore, they're hanging their hat on that.
What was that number? Was it 400
I
million?
think it's 450 or 440 million.
Million that they need for one single treatment.
Yeah.
Wow.